What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Kirk again with the next live craziness. How you guys is doing, man? How you guys is doing? Crazy, crazy, crazy Sunday. Oh man, I am here in the building, and good evening to everybody, man. Good evening to everybody. Let me get my stuff up, and yeah, good evening to everybody. How you guys doing? I am over here. I'm trying to answer some last minute text message. But yeah, guys, I'm here in the building. I did not get to send out this notification earlier than I mean. So forgive me for this, guys. But yeah, we're gonna talk about some stuff tonight. Shout out to my man, Serious Lane. Go check him out, man. Go check him out. All right. His channel is called Serious Lane, and yeah. First, I want to say, man, thank you guys for coming on the live, man. We're gonna get some start a discussion tonight, because in this pandemic, a lot of people are taking advantage of trucking companies, truck drivers, trucking companies. They're taking advantage of us who come out here in this dangerous job that we have to be delivering stuff 20, 30,000 pounds, 40,000 pounds with these big semi trucks. Box truck, we have to be sometimes do physical labor because of the fact that we have and some people, with 53 footer don't have that. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to Mr. Blake, man. Welcome in tonight. So we're gonna talk about the whole idea where truckers are not being, I wouldn't say respected. We're not being respected and we're not being properly treated. That would be a fair statement to say, because respect goes a long way. You have to earn respect, and so we want to, kind of keep it on a balance. But there are some people over here that are just disrespecting us straight up, and yeah, I am going to share my thoughts on that. Before I get into this live, man, don't forget to hit that like button. Shout out to Mr. Contem. Shout out to Diego. Welcome to the live. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys, please, as they come in. Step in the house and just, hit that like button. But we're gonna talk about a subject that is that I feel that we need to be having more often, because I'm an old school guy, okay? But I'm also a radical guy. Big up to Lando. That's my boy right there, Lando. So Lando, Cantem D, and Expedite Direct, they are the three richest guys that I know right now. They got so much money, it's not even funny. Especially the guys from Atlanta. So yeah, and when you live in Miami, you have to be having some serious cash. So my boy Lando, but my boy Lando is the worst out of all of them. He has more money than anybody else. All right. Shout out to my man Hector, man. What's going on, Hector? Good evening, Hector. You're welcome, sir. What's going on, Randy? Man, listen, I'm apologizing to you guys, man, but let me tell you, man, being a YouTuber is not a easy task, guys. Trust me when I say that. It's not an easy task, all right? So I want you guys to bear with me. Let me check my are you guys seeing me right now? Because my screen and my end go blank. I'm trying to, okay. Yeah. All right. So my my screen go blank. So yeah, I wanted to check. But yeah, man, we're gonna talk about this tonight. I think we should be having this discussion. And yeah, we wanted to touch base with that tonight. All right. We're gonna talk about these brokers and dispatchers that are taking advantage of drivers, and I am going to share my experience with. I'm gonna bring one of my mentorees on, and he's been out here, I think 2 weeks now, and just started his trucking company. You know, hit me up, put him on game, and his first week running with me, he has a horrible. When I say horrible, a horrible experience with a broker. And I'm going to set this straight for you guys who are coming out here and don't know your rights, okay? And when you don't know your rights, this is why when I first came on my channel, I said, do your research, get with someone that has knowledge in this business, that knows the ins and the outs, who can hold you by the hand and said, this is how you should do it, and this is the way to go, yada, 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 okay? And yeah, all right. So we're gonna talk about that tonight. Are you guys hearing me loud and clear? Just let me know if you guys are hearing me loud and clear. All right. And we're gonna talk about this discussion. I'm just answering some texts that I sent out to a couple people, so they're just hitting me up. I want everybody to get in. Just share this video, hit the like button. Thank you guys. Welcome, Rome. Rome is here to only do one thing, and it's to start trouble. So we're gonna start some trouble tonight using Rome. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that tonight. If you're new to my channel, or if you just come across my channel, my name is Kirk. I talk about the box truck business. If you're trying to get in the box truck business and you want to be well informed, you may want to subscribe to my channel, and just stick around and watch a couple of videos, because you're gonna learn a lot from me. All right, I've been doing this box truck business a very long time. I started my company in 2011 after a supervisor said, "You're fired." Yeah, that's the last guy fired me. Yeah, there's a song that says, I forgot the name of the song, but I think there's a line that says, it happens to me before, I will never let it happen to me anymore. So they don't get to do that no more. All right. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I am here to talk about dispatchers and brokers, and we are going to let you guys, I'm going to let you guys understand your rights from a owner perspective. If you are trying to come into this box truck business, it is very important for you to understand that you are running a business that you are 100% ownership and control of that business. Okay? If you get into any violation, whether it's with the FMC, whether it's with the police pulling you over for speeding, whether it's a driver you give the truck and he hits something, whatever the case is, you are 100% responsible for anything that goes on in your company. I don't care what nobody else tells you. Okay? If you have a violation and they write a ticket out to your company and you are the driver of your own company, you are responsible to take care of that issue. It's not nobody else's responsibility. The reason why I'm saying this to you guys, it is your responsibility to know your rights when you come out here and running your company. It's not just jumping in trucks and making money. It's way more deeper than that. This is why some people come out here and they leave out here in a short period of time. because they think that they come out here and somehow they can master this thing in 2-3 weeks, in a month, in a year and a half. You are lying to yourself. Okay? And I'm gonna bring my mentoring on right now in a little bit, and we're gonna talk about what happened. All right. So I'm just telling you guys who are coming in this trucking business, when you come out here, you have to know what I would say, your bylaw. You have to know your rights. This is why sometimes you guys hear me talk like this, because I know listen to me. Let me say this. I think I say this in one of my videos. I don't know everything. I'm not sitting here bringing up subject and letting you guys talking to you guys like I know everything. But this is what I'm going to tell you. I know enough not to be deceived for that. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Dispatchers and brokers who are taking advantage of you guys. All right. Now, let me get this thing straight before I even start, because I don't want to get any email also. Shout out to Goldie. Shout out to Goldie. Good evening, Goldie. I am not talking to dispatcher. Let me make a clarification, because every time I say something, people burn fire upon me. You know what I mean? If you are a dispatcher and you are doing the job of a dispatcher and you are communicating with your driver, you are making sure that your driver been taken care of. You are looking out for your driver business and for your business. I am not talking to you. This subject is not for you. This is why this is for people who are out here and just being reckless and think that you can just make a few bucks off of drivers, and these guys are driving their truck, they crap. I'm not talking about dispatchers who are getting up 8 o'clock in the morning and making sure that their drivers are taken care of. I'm not talking about those dispatchers. I'm talking about you dispatchers who come in this business and your sole goal is to take out your girlfriend from Instagram down in Miami renting damn Tesla. You're the reckless one. That's the one I'm going to be talking about tonight. I'm talking about the brokers who have the same mindset. You get in this broker business only to be making money off drivers. I'm not talking about brokers who are making sure that we in compliance, that we pick up the load safely, make it safely, give us the right weight. Those brokers are the brokers I am not talking about. I am talking about you brokers who come out here and you don't care if we could be driving that damn truck in a tornado. Okay? So let me make myself clear, because every time I do something, I get a flooded bunch of email of people saying, well, you this and you that and all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear it after this. And for all you people, let me say this again. For all you people who are coming in the live and you're showing up late and you get into this partial conversation, meaning that the conversation was well in effect, and you just coming in and just start showing your own entire scenario. Like, you guys remember the time when I was talking about people coming on my live and I was asking, why are you here? And somebody named KK just jumping, just running her finger or running his finger. Please guys, take the time to sit back down and rewatch my program before you start to say anything nasty to people. Okay? So that is what I want to say to some of you guys. Not everybody does it, but some people know who follow my channel. You got some pop-up. I call them pop-up. They come late and they just start being nasty to everybody in the live. Okay? Matter of fact, there's a features I'm going to turn on my subscribe on my channel. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you will not be able to comment in my comment section. I'm going to use it. It's given by YouTube. Okay? So when you come here, if you don't subscribe, you don't get to say anything. How about that? Because some of the people who don't subscribe, they got the most opinion. You charging us for this. You're doing this. You're doing that. You got the most opinion. But you never book a consultation. You don't even subscribe to the channel. You don't even hit the like button when you come into the live. You just got more opinion than everybody else. All right? Hit the like button, guys. There's 20 people watching. All right? I hope some dispatcher watching this because I don't have too many people who follow my channel who are dispatchers who you get what I'm saying? Who nasty to drivers and stuff. You get what I'm saying? Call them pop up. I'm telling you. But yeah, man, I'm telling you. So we're gonna talk about this tonight. I am going to drop the link for my mentorees and let him join me in a minute. But let me say this to you guys, okay? While I get him on the phone. When you start your business, think about this. You start your business solely on your income. Every single dollar you spend, whether it's renting a truck, you got to get the money, insurance, all the stuff that puts your trucking business together is funded by you. Guys, when you come out here, this is why it's so important for you guys to know your own self-worth. Because if you come out here and you invest in your own self to come out here, don't come out here and let these people abuse you, man. Don't let them talk to you anyhow. Don't let them shout at you. Don't let them hang the phone up on you and then call you back. Don't let them disrespect you and think that you're a piece of crap truck driver, because a lot of these guys out here, that's what they do. They don't play that crap with me. Okay? So I'm just telling you guys that that you start your company, man, and don't play games when y'all come out here. If you were at a 9 to 5 and you ain't taking crap from the supervisor, because your main reason for leaving your job was not taking crap from your supervisor. Do not come out here and start your business where you are the CEO and take crap from people. It's just not gonna happen. And the older you get in your business, is the less tolerance you have. Don't ever let nobody let you walk on chalk line out here. Okay? So we're gonna talk about that tonight. And you know me, I get all wild up, I get on fire. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring my mentoree on, and he's gonna share we're gonna share his expression. Why so serious?
What's going on, brother? Why so serious?
Oh man. Hey, shout out to my man. I just tell him to go subscribe to your channel. You just started in the box truck game, but you mostly talk about cars, right?
Yeah, so I talk about cars, car meets, things like that, and then now getting into the box truck industry. Now it has opened up another realm for my channel to show my experience. I don't go over numbers. I let Kirky Fresh go over the numbers.
Right. I'm the number guy.
You're the number guy. So if anything, I'm the adventures guy. So I go out, I meet people, and matter of fact, I'm working on a video right now, and you can actually see me interact on that first load before I actually start with the
hit me up.
Integration.
Yeah. And we was in Atlanta last week, Saturday and Sunday actually. A lot of people didn't know that. We were in Atlanta. I'm on your channel with the video that you're gonna post. Man. We were chopping it up. We stay at the same hotel. You know what I mean? We had a wonderful time. We were just interacting. I mean, we didn't get to do too much because of the time, and we had to you see, that's what happened when you work with your boy Kirk. There's no time to play, man.
No time to play. I tell you what, man. Initially, they're gonna have to watch the video, so they gotta.
Yeah.
But a lot of gems that you were putting in on the video as well. So I'm like, maybe 4 videos behind, because again, you mentioned the YouTube is a job on its own.
Oh my goodness! Listen, let me say this, man. I have to apologize to my YouTubers. I'm really have to apologize to them because I got so many videos stacked up right now. It's too much. You get what I'm saying? It's too much. And I'm thinking about hiring a media person to do the YouTube stuff for me, because negotiating freight, booking load, mentoring guys, it's like it's opened up a whole different job for me.
Right.
And so I got videos from Washington State all the way up to today, and I still haven't posted them as yet because there's so much going on. You get what I'm saying? It is a good thing. I'm not complaining, but I still owe my subscribers who are loyal to me. I still there's a duty I gotta commit, that I'm already initially commit to them to do. You know what I mean? So I wanted to make sure that these guys are seeing what I'm doing. One of the things that we did not get to do was to make a video of you and me separate from your video because of the damn time.
Correct,
the time was on. It's so people don't understand the time that it takes. It's crazy.
But we're gonna make up with that because we got something to work.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to explain to them, like, people think we got time to like just waste, but it like we meet up last week. It was so intense.
Boom, boom, boom.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, we gotta go do this.
Oh, my goodness, I can't.
So what I can say as a newbie coming into the industry, sleep is so important. If I can get anything, it's like you get to the hotel, you're like, oh man, well, I'm gonna work on a video. Remember what I told you? I said, man, I'm gonna work on a video.
Yeah,
you have to get the proper sleep to be on this.
But but what's crazy is that I call you not 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you said that you came down, ate breakfast, and went back up and fell asleep.
Yep.
And I was like, bro, I was. It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. But I want to shout out a couple people. Shout out to my man Rick, man, and shout out to BCAS Box Trucking. This is a guy. This guy, I have a lot of respect for him.
Oh yeah, I've been watching him as well.
He's
most definitely.
Yeah, he's
hilarious.
He has a rider's truck, and I told my wife that he's one of the couple that I actually like that's on YouTube. He's funny. His girlfriend is funny, so I want to shout him out. And if I were supposed to mentor someone, I think I would pick him. Straight up.
Over me? Really?
Listen to this guy, man. Listen to this guy, man. You already in the clique.
Okay, all right, I'll let you pass.
You already. We're gonna talk about the privilege that you getting that a lot of people ain't getting.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? But let's get into this dialogue, man, because you reach out to me, you book a consultation. You reach out to me. We spend quite a few time on the phone. We hit it off, and we kept in contact on various different occasions. And so, you want to just tell my people how you get started and you know the interaction that you have before you come in contact with me, so we can let them have an understanding of how we meet and why you come to me and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
So I'm not gonna get too much in the story because you'll have to watch my channel to see my story.
Right.
I'm gonna give you all a synopsis. So when me and my wife, we have this business together. We have our own trucking together. We started this together. We want to build a family business right off the bat. So I stumbled upon Kirky Fresh, as he called himself, Kirky Fresh.
Right.
Stumbled upon his channel, and initially what he was putting out on his channel was different from everybody else on YouTube, right? Because everybody be like, oh, but it was the information that Kirk was putting out that was catching on to myself. And I said, hey, wife, check this guy out. I said, I think we should book a consultation or whatnot. She was like, when you start paying for stuff, you get that from The Simpsons.
Well, your wife said that she didn't want to pay for stuff because there's too much scamming going on in YouTube.
So what I can say, I have a video on my YouTube. My YouTube is called Serious Lanes. I have a previous video that I put out prior about my interaction dealing with a carrier/broker. And initially, right off the back, before I dealt with him, we booked a consultation with Kirk. 1 hour turned out to be like 2 hours or something like that. So initially, what we were just, okay, can you, and then from that point on, Kirk and I literally kept in contact, right? Hey man, hey, how's it going? Oh, hey Kirk, what do you think about this? And little just tidbits, right? And I think another thing that we hit it off was because we also had the YouTube in common as well.
Right.
There was some information that you wanted from me, and then so it's vice versa, right?
And I want to stop you there. I want to stop you there because this is why, you book a consultation, right? And we kept talking so much so that we spent two hours on the phone. You get what I'm saying?
Just yesterday it was 2 hours.
but that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, people get angry and say that I'm charging, but some people come to me for an hour and they actually get an hour. They get an hour and a half. They get 2 hours. I got people that book a consultation that I see the vision with them, and I just genuinely keep in touch with them. So you may pay for something and still end up getting a mentorship out of me for free, because I just felt like there was some connection that I needed to be with this person for a period of time. You get what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
But this is what I keep telling people, like, you stop, look at the money part of it. Look at the networking part of it.
It was the value that you had given us between that moment, Kirk. And that small value helped me when I was dealing with the situation I spoke about on my channel. And I felt like I was more knowledgeable rather than saying, oh yeah, well, just book a load for me going to Tennessee and then pay me. It didn't make sense to me. And I already knew it off the bat. And like my interaction, I'll just give a synopsis of it. I was like, hey, look, he was like, man, you do YouTube? Hey, man, go ahead and put out my, I said, look, no, I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to see how you are. Then I will put out your information based on that. And it crashed. And I was like, nah, I ain't messing with you. On to the next. And you'll see my video that I'm about to post in the coming hours or minutes whenever I'm done with this live. But,
But, yeah.
Going in initially, how I got introduced with Kirk, me and my wife, we paid for the consultation right off the bat. We kept in contact, and I was like, Kirk, look, man, I'm battling with this whole newbie thing, right? And then Kirk was just like, all right, so look, here it goes.
So let me tell you what happened. Let me tell the guys what happened, right? So you reached out to me 3 times that day, and I was a little bit busy. And I say, you know what? I hit you back.
Right.
I think you called me like 8 o'clock my time or 9 o'clock my time, and I say, yo, I hit you back because I was picking up some load. And then you called me back about 1 o'clock, and I'm like, yo, I hit you back. You were like, all right, man, don't worry, man. And then finally, I reach back out to you when I fully get my load on my truck and stuff. Cause we're picking up and it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I had a sit down with you, and you were like, oh man, these brokers is giving me these 90, 60 days, these 30, 50, whatever you were telling me. And I'm driving and I'm like, oh my God, here we go with this guy.
Yeah, most definitely. And what I can tell people is,
it's crazy, right?
Coming in, your mindset can be so strong to just say, man, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna tackle. But I tell you what, if you put everything on the line and you say you're gonna make ends meet for your family, man, getting that phone hanging up in your face, you got all this other stuff going on. You like, man, look, the hood start to come out. Man, I know these man.
They get you cross, right?
Right, they get you cross, but at the same time, you can't do nothing. If they don't want to give you the load, you make no money. Like,
right.
So it's basically trying to figure the F out. That's literally what it is, trying to figure the F out. Yeah. Right.
And so this is why, so go back to the consultation. When you did the consultation initially, there was so much stuff that your wife had to ask because she had a list that y'all didn't know.
Right.
And so when I open up, I even share my own personal stuff with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And let y'all see what is double brokering. I give you a list of the companies that do startup. I let you guys understand a whole host of stuff coming in this industry. And you guys was your wife, I remember she said, "Oh my God, I can't wait till tomorrow to book a load," because I give you guys so much confidence that you guys was ready to go, and you did. You did venture out on your own. You get what I'm saying?
You did for a short
period. So you did make some money from just talking to me and using the tools that I give you.
Most definitely.
However, that MC keep knocking it down because it was new. You get what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna speak about it on my channel too. It's a lot that goes into that too as well. And then you'll notice that you'll hit a roadblock between what you can make on a good loads. Like we speak now, we already know that the loads that's on the load board are kind of like wishy-washy a little bit. But at the end of the day, if you want that load and you make that call and they look and they see that date, I'm sorry, sir, we cannot. No. And they don't want to hear nothing else.
See, there's no convincing.
The fact that they like, click. It's like, oh, bro, give me a check. No. I'm over here putting my best. I'm putting my best game. I'm like, look, man, I'm veteran owned, man. I'm very dedicated. Sorry, sir. Nope. Blue. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. You would think veteran owned. You'll think you'll get in the door with veteran owned business. Like it don't even matter.
Hold on a minute. I am going to let I drop. So the way my channel is, I drop bits of pieces of information. So I kind of run my live and my YouTube channel, and I leave bits of piece of puzzle in it. So we're going to talk about what a broker told you that I called, and you were listening, and we're going to share with YouTube today about what she said when we called. That you did that though. So we're gonna talk about that.
Hey, if y'all see what was that movie with Bernie Mac? Money.
Right. So, right. But that was a game changer for you also, because you didn't know that. You get what I'm saying?
And you I don't know, man. You man, if I can't look, if y'all think Kirk is a game, I honestly I don't even know what to tell y'all. Kirk is not paying me for this by any means. He's paying me in other ways, but working with Kirk for 1 full week. So the first week was myself and my wife. The second week was working with Kirk, and then now we're on the third week. So I'm only three weeks in this game. That first week alone, oh my God, Kirk has opened up my eyes to so many things, and that's what we're talking about, which is that broker situation. Right. I promise you, it's so much to this game, to this trucking or box trucking thing that's just like, nobody talks about, but they like, oh yeah, we ain't gonna get in that. But anyway,
right.
Anyway, but
let's get into. So you were home in Houston at your aunt's house.
Man, you can't give too much of the.
No. I'm just setting the stage for my people so they can understand how we eat it off, right?
Okay. Right.
So you were home at your aunt's house and couldn't get a load.
I was stuck in Houston, Texas. I'm just gonna give you out the scenario.
And we're not gonna get into too much details, but in 1 hour, get to 3 different parcels.
Yes. So that was when I told you this man he's a madman. Because that was a chance. I think he wanted to test to see, okay, you say you're a veteran, you say you're a hard worker, you say you can do this. I got off the phone with him. He said, hey, go pick up the load. I said, all right, I got the box truck sitting outside, gassed up, I'm ready to go. He called me again within 10 minutes. Okay, can you make it to this other load? I said, man, I'm in Houston, man. People are getting off It's traffic all over the place. When I tell you, I drove this box truck as if I was in my Challenger. Look, it was no turning back. And then on top of that, he said, hey, look, I need you to measure this out too. Mind you, I'm driving. I'm like, what you mean measure? Like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to go get this load. He was like,
I'm like, yo, you gotta pull over and go measure the back of the truck because I have the broker weight.
3 partials within 2 hours. 3.
But you make it 2 hours because you took so long to measure the truck.
I took so long because I was dealing with Houston traffic, but you got
so you were 40 minutes away from the first stop.
Right. Yep.
Then you pick it up and I'm like, go to the second stop, but please find time to measure the truck because I have the lady on the phone. She was like, you gotta give me, let me know. And I'm like, yo, you gotta stop and measure that truck. I need to get this load. And you were so damn scared of missing the second load. Yep. But so it took you 2 hours to give me the measurement from the first pickup to the measurement, but we did get the load.
No,
because it was one of my brokers.
But you also told me, you was like, hey, you got to print off the information.
The BOL, yeah, because they sent us a BOL and so I gave you that task and you were like
so much task in that short period of time, and it was amazing because I saw how he worked and he saw how I worked as well.
Oh man, it's like, crazy.
Man. He was like, man, this is what I really wanted. We were talking, and I was just sitting there. I was in my 30-minute break. I was just like, hey, man, look, I got it done, man. And I had to breathe because I couldn't believe how Kirk worked. Like, you hear it on his live, and he talk about partials, and he show it. But I saw him in action as a dispatcher, and he was on a load himself. And it was,
man,
it was unbelievable.
But then I was pressuring you for the size, and then you went to do the pickup, and the guy said, "Get out of my driveway with that."
Yep, man. Oh my God, he had me parked. Oh man, I was in so much.
Oh man, that was so crazy.
I should have failed at that, but I made it work. When I tell you something, how I look at what I can tell you is this. If you work so hard at somebody else's company and you coming into this industry and you're like, hey, I'm a boss, I'm a CEO, however you want to call yourself, that's up to you. Why so serious? Mm-hmm. What I can tell you is, even though, quote unquote, me and my wife have our own company, I still move with urgency because at the end of the day, you never know what can happen on the road. You can be an accident, you can be in standby. You just never know. So I move with urgency. And not only that, but I'm working with Kirk as well. So, I don't look at it like I'm working for him. I'm working with him.
Right.
With urgency. If you're not moving with urgency, like, yeah, well.
But I don't let you feel like you're working with me anyway. Because let's set this straight because your wife know my wife, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, my food getting cold. My bad.
Yeah, your wife, she know my wife. They communicate. But you don't feel like you're working for me, even though I'm dispatching you, because I still let you feel like you're the one that's running your own business.
It feels like a partnership, if anything. It's
right.
Respect.
I have you on the phone. I'm talking to the broker. I let you listen to the negotiation skill. You listen everything. I don't hide anything from you. So, and I'm like, you got it. And he's like, and then you got my MC, so you book your own load and all of that stuff, right?
Yep.
So you don't feel like you come to work for me.
No.
You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, you treat my company as if it's your company.
Yes, sir.
And I think that is so important because this is why I bring up this subject, because we're going to talk about what led up to me going to talk about this and the mere fact that we get this email. All right. But so anyway, so I get the 3 load within, we're going to use the 2 hour because you were late to give me my damn measurement. But guys, I literally get him 3 loads. So let me set the stage. I get him 3 loads coming out of Houston. And ultimately we meet up in Atlanta. Before you come to Atlanta, we get you an next load, and before you went back to Dallas,
I booked this load.
Yeah. You booked that load. You booked that load. And then by the time you get back to Dallas, you already book a load from a next company that I know.
Yep.
And that's where I made the call, and we were talking to the broker, and she revealed what we're gonna talk about. So you did a, what would we call that? Like a 360. You left from Texas all the way back to Texas.
Yeah, so I did like a horseshoe. So I went from
a horseshoe, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I went
from, nonstop.
Yeah, nonstop. Oh my God, no.
Oh man.
Kurt, oh my God, Kurt, like these, like people that's watching this, I hope they understand how much value you bring. The load went from Houston, Kansas City to Tennessee to Atlanta, and then it went right back up. I had to go right back up because we was in that time frame to where I'm not gonna give them your but the way how you coordinated and you communicated,
you go right to Atlanta and spend a U-turn and come right back nonstop.
Right back. Yeah, right
never
back.
You never spend. You never. There's no day that I make you lay over.
No,
even when you read Saturday,
there is no sitting down. Oh yeah, well I'm waiting for a load. I'm dead. You know. No, we moving.
Oh, man.
Like we not sitting we're not sitting in the hotel. Oh, yeah, well, I got deadhead to go pick up the load. No, we gone. We gone. Oh,
yeah.
What is that? Okay, let me go ahead. I'll put that in Oh, okay.
Yep.
Still up the same rock. Man, come on, man.
It's crazy.
They don't know.
You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make it up. And this is why.
Like straight up, but
But see, this is why a lot of people want me to be a dispatcher. Because this is why I joke and I said, if I'm a dispatcher, I'm going to take 40% because I'm going to make sure you make $9,000 a week. And wait a minute. This all of this that we're talking about took place on a Tuesday.
No, it took back on Wednesday.
And a Wednesday. Yeah. So it's not. Yeah. I was saying to you, can imagine if I'd start working with you on a Monday. You get what I'm saying? Monday, and I still get you. I still get you good money at the end of you coming all the way back around, nonstop. So, right. So this is what I'm trying to tell people, man. Like, you're coming in this business. It's good to come in the business. It's make sure that you get with someone that's know what's going on, understand the business. Just know what you're getting into because a lot of stuff out here are not what it seems. And if you don't have that support, which is the biggest thing out here, that you can rely on people and just be like, yeah, I have this person. You can give up. It's very discouraging if you don't understand. And so we work together. You accomplish the mission. Now it's just a matter of the next task. And we're gonna get into that on a whole different further down the line. But
yeah, most definitely.
Let's talk about this particular load that we get. So
I call it the Karen load. This is the Karen load.
Oh man, the Karen load. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm gonna do the old police thing. So get ready to laugh. I hope Ashley's watching because she gonna crack up.
No, I think she had just cooked my food. So
But we so we book a load and the load get picked up. And the way all the load was booked was there's a salesperson that I guess either that's their account, that they will have their customers send over the load and then they'll forward it over to a broker to find a truck. So when we were booking the load, our understanding was that we can pick it up on a Friday and deliver it Monday or Tuesday. Right. That was the understanding, right?
Yep, Tuesday at the latest. That's correct.
Tuesday at the latest. However, we get the load. We were on our way, but we weren't gonna make it until Tuesday. So the broker reached out to us. You want to tell them what transpired from there, and then I'll pick it up and let them know.
Ooh. Okay.
When they first contact you.
So right then and there, I guess you can kind of feel something was off. So I can go back until when I booked the load and the miscommunication between myself and the guy. He thought that I was going to pick up the load. Now, Kurt wanted to go pick it up outside of Atlanta, he was having issues, and they had called me. They was like, "Hey, who is this guy named Kirk and this and that, this and that?" I'm like, "Hey, that's the driver." They was like, "Oh, well, we just want to make sure because." So I'm like, "All right, yeah, that's the guy." So what's funny is Kirk was like, "Hey, you didn't email me the information." I'm like, "Kirk, as you see in the email, I just forwarded over." He's like, "Oh, they just emailed you." So it was already some rough stuff going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Kirk picked it up. We exchanged stuff. So watch the YouTube channel so y'all see all the interactions, like the real stuff. And it was a Monday, and I was heading up from Tennessee. I just dropped off the Tennessee load that was from Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was heading up, and I get a phone call, and then she was like, "Hey, when is the load?" It was one of the other ladies, and I said, "Well, it may be dropped off at Tuesday Ladies." So I'm trying to figure out if it's like a straight through or the time of the drop off or different. And she was like, "So when will you be able to drop it off?" I said, "Well, Tuesday morning. What time do y'all open?" And she said, "Well, they open up at 8." I said, "Okay, well, I'll be there at 8, right?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Okay, cool." You know, I was very professional, right? Because you want to be respectful and professional because you just never know. Again, I'm operating underneath Kirk's MC. So my whole thing is to make sure that I respect his authority, right?
Right.
So I get a phone call. "Hey, bud." This is a woman. "Hey, bud, tell me what's going on." I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I noticed, like, she don't know me. Like, bud, like, who are you to? Anyway.
Right.
And I was explaining to her, I'm like, "Hey, look, you know, unfortunately, you know," she was like, "Hey," so at first she thought I was the dispatch because she was like, "Hey, what's going on with your driver or whatnot?" And I was like, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, let me go back in my FMCSA bag or whatnot, right? So I'm like,
right.
Let me hit her with the, "Hey, my driver had to do a reset, you know, such. So she was just like, "Okay, where's your driver?" And I was like, "He's in St. Louis." And she was like, "Okay, so how long?" So she was trying to basically test me out. Right. I was like, "Well, he had to do a reset." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And I said, she was like, "Hey, so when are you going to do delivery?" And I repeated to her like I repeated to her last time, like the other lady. And I told her Tuesday. She said, "Oh, okay." She hung up the phone. And then I get an email. Now, mind you, I just dropped off I picked up another load in Kansas City. So it was, remember, keep moving. Right. In Kansas City, and I was able to look at my email, and she had said, "Hey, I need you to send over the driver ELD logs."
So I'm gonna read the email. That's what I was looking for. She says right here, and a matter of fact, the lady he's talking about, she's the account manager. That's her customer. The guy who booked the load with, that's the broker. So she just give him the job and say, "Find me a truck." All right. So she's gonna send you the email. This, mind you, he get this call 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. She sent an email about 10:30. It's 10:26 actually. Yep. And she said, "My customer is requesting the driver's last week ELD because they had this happen to them before." Remember, we were talking about that. And she said that they had it happen before, so they want to see the ELD. Can you please send over a copy? And that's when you sent it to me, right? So immediately after I received this email, well, let's talk about you. Immediately when you receive it, you freaked out.
I freaked out. I called my wife. I was like, "Babe, look, I don't know what to do." I didn't look. I was like, "Look, what is she talking about?" Like, I was like, I love driving. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
You know what? I say, wait. I say, if anything, look, I put my Superman, my Batman logo right up there. I'm like, "Kirky Fresh, I need your help."
Yeah. And so you were getting ready to, you were frantic, you and your wife, y'all did not know what to do.
Yep.
So then you send me the email.
Yep.
And immediately when you send me the email, you were picking up, no, you did not reach Kansas. Well, where were you?
No, I was on my way to pick up.
You were on your way to pick up, right?
I think I did pick it up, and then I read the email. Yeah, because I was loading up, and I told you to call you back right after I load up. Yeah.
So he sent me the email, guys, because his wife and him is communicating, and his wife communicate with my wife, because I don't get into that money stuff, right? So I called him and I said, hey, you got a minute? And he's like, what's going on? And I'm like, you ready for this? We ready to go to war? And he was like, give me a minute, give me a minute.
It's crazy how you remember this. It's crazy how you remember this.
Yeah, because you know, guys, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. You know,
like button.
Touch that like button and hit it up, man. So she said, I called her. I said, get your wife on the phone.
Be on mute.
And mute your wife and let's go to war. So I hit her up and I'm like, hi, how you doing? Mind you, this lady don't even know that I'm the company owner. She don't even know that it was my company. So she said that I said, Mom, what's going on? I said, I'm Kirk. You know, I called the company name and I introduced myself to her. I said, my driver is gonna deliver this load tomorrow. What's is there an issue? Oh yeah, your driver, y'all pick it up on Friday and y'all said that y'all gonna deliver it on Monday, and it's my customer wants to know where their prick is at, and now they're requesting a copy of the driver's ELD record and yada yada yada. And I'm like, Mom, okay. So first of all, when we booked this load, we were given the information that we can deliver it Monday or Tuesday. Before I could say Tuesday, she cut me off. No. I got phone record that we could go and listen to her phone calls, and I'm gonna pull it up and see if, right off the bat, just be nasty. And I didn't even get. So I said, okay, that's fine, no problem. You can go and.
It was working its way up. It wasn't there yet.
Yeah. I wasn't there because the Jamaican was taking time billing up. You know what I mean? And so I said, okay, so your customer wants a copy of my driver ELD record. What's up with that? Well, yeah, because you guys say you was gonna be there on Monday, and you guys did not show up on Monday. So now you guys got to prove to my customer that you were in a 34-hour reset. Before she could even say the word reset, I said, Ma'am, that's not gonna happen.
Right. Yep. I remember that. Yep.
Right off the back, I tell her, I said, Mom, I said, you out of your mind. It's not gonna happen. Oh, well, you can't do that. I'm like, lady, you're not gonna get it. You have a problem. You go file an insurance claim if your customer can't wait until tomorrow. That is why you have insurance on the truck. That's why we send you the insurance. So if you don't get it in a timely fashion, you can file a claim if you can't get us on the phone, but you don't call me and tell me you want a copy of my driver's ELD record. And she started to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, and tell them how she was on the phone.
Right. So you missed a very important thing. So she was in the in between where she didn't know where to go, and
right.
The conversation was, well, you have the right to refuse. Oh,
yeah. So I said to her, you're not gonna get it. So she said, oh, you're refusing. So I said, I'm not refusing. You're not getting it. Period.
She said, but you have the right to not.
But then she said, you have the right to refuse. And I'm like, so which one is it? Do I have to give it to you, or do I have the right to refuse to give it to you?
Man,
let me tell you, she went off.
And
that's when the Karen came out.
She just started. Yeah, I mean, this lady went unprofessional. Like, I wouldn't even. So we speak about brokers hanging up on people, right? This lady was yelling at Kirky Fresh. That's what I call. And so I call him my Jamaican uncle. This lady was yelling at Kirk like he was just a peasant. What do you mean? What are you talking about? You're supposed to. I do it all the time. I was like, whoa. I was like, I can't believe I'm driving. I'm like,
yo, his wife, hold on. His wife is a woman. And when the lady come off the phone, his wife didn't know what to say. She was so stunned by the way the lady performed on the phone.
Yeah.
She was speechless. His wife couldn't find words to say. Like, mind you, your wife was on mute. She wasn't even talking to your wife.
Yeah, I was on mute too. Yeah, I was in the combo. Yeah.
His wife was like, wow.
Yeah. I did not expect, like, we talk, like, I know people hear about brokers being rude or disrespectful, but this lady took it to extreme. Let me tell you something. If somebody doesn't get that way, 9 times out of 10, if you're being professional and this person goes over and beyond and want to yell and scream or whatever, that's how you know you're in the right. Because this lady, for one, Kurt was trying to set the record straight, calm, cool, collective. And this lady just went, what are you?
I even went as far, and I'm telling her, I said, Mom, your customer and us does not have a contract. I don't even know your customer. Your customer and you are in an agreement. I don't have to fork over anything to your customer because I don't even know your customer. Well, you don't have to know them. I say, you're damn right. Yeah. That's why they ain't getting crap from me. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, watch and see if you're going to get it then.
You said, okay, who's your customer? You don't need to know who's my customer. I was like, oh.
Right. And then I said to her, well, the only way you're going to get it, unless you are the DEA, the FBI, you work for the FMC, you are the state trooper that's behind my truck asking for my e-log. Otherwise, I'm that. You better hurry up and get off my phone because it's not going to happen. And then she dropped the bombshell. What did she say? She said, drivers do what we want all the time when we request documents from them. I said to her, yeah, you get some inexperienced truck drivers. That's why y'all abuse them. And now you run into a guy that know what's going on. It pisses you off. Oh, well, when we ask them for stuff, whether they have a breakdown or they're running late, we always ask them to prove it to us. I'm like, lady, you are running to a bunch of guys that are scared of you. You get what I'm saying? Yep. And man, she did not sit well. She went off. Let me tell you, man, if Scream could kill, this lady would have murdered all.
Most definitely. I don't even know what to say. I still don't know what to say because it's unreal. Like, you would think with you providing a service to these people because they have a contract at XYZ, like, where does and I'm real big on respect. Big on respect. And like, when I was communicating with her and she came with the whole bud thing, I'm like, lady, look, you don't know me. Like, I can do that. But I'm like, out of respect for Kirk and his business, but not only that, because my name is tied into it, I said, I'm not going to even do that. I'm just going to brush it off because it's bigger than trying to set off a lady that thinks that she rules the world when at the end of the day, I give you this. They can say, hey, Karen, you're fired. What you going to do then? Because you work for them. You work for them. Hey, Karen, you're fired. Oh.
Yeah. And while she was screaming and acting a fool, did I curse at her? No. Did I use profanity?
Nope.
I just come back every single line she said. She said, you don't know what I said, Mom, I've been in business I started my business 2011. Well, she said, you're not in business long enough to know anything. I said, you're damn right. I do know one thing. You ain't getting my driver's e-log. That's what I do know.
And you said it in the rich Jamaican accent because that came out quick. You want to know what?
But see, because this is what these brokers do. They abuse truck drivers. Just like I was sharing the story with you guys, and I'm gonna tell the story. I went to deliver some tires about 3 years ago, and I went to the tires place to deliver the tire, and one of the tire came off the truck, and the guy that was catching the tire missed the tire, and his boss come out, and he's like pointing at me in the back of my truck and like, hey, you think this is a joke? Don't come over here with your nonsense, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, who are you? I'm the owner of this company. I said, let me tell you something. You better shut your mouth before I take this truck off your dock and throw all of this piece of shit outside in the parking lot. I need your number for your supervisor. I want to talk to your boss. I say, you are talking to the boss man right here. This is my truck. He run back inside like a little girl. And the guy, mind you, the guys who were in the warehouse, they were like somebody really talked to Bob like that? And of course, I get the call from the broker, and I just don't let no one disrespect you. because they have this thing that you're driving a truck and it's not your truck and you can't get no other job. You're a piece of crap driver. You never finish school. You don't live anywhere. You live in the hood. You live in an apartment. You have no life. You get what I'm saying? And so they disrespect you guys who come out here with this box truck and don't know the ins and outs of this business.
So we missed the most valuable part, because what she said before she hung up the phone, of course, right?
She hung up on us. All three of us get hung up on.
She said, well, I'm going to put you on Freight Guard.
Oh, man. How could I miss that?
And then she said, I'm going to exile you from booking a load with this company or whatnot.
So this is where the story turned left, guys. Yeah. When I was talking to her and I was being professional, and she was yelling, mind you, we couldn't get anything out of this lady, what is called calm. And I said to her, you got two choices right now. Oh. We can continue and deliver it, or we can take it back to Atlanta.
Wait,
and
boy,
let me tell you, why would you do that? And if you do that, I'm gonna put you on Freight Guard, and you will never book any more load within our network. I said, Mom, you could put me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can call the DEA, the FBI. You can put me on my damn truck, side of the truck. I could care zero where you want to put me. If y'all think Freight Guard I'm intimidated by Freight Guard, I welcome Freight Guard, because I got brokers, because of my professionalism over the years with me. They go in that Freight Guard system and delete it from their system to book me a load. I have that done. Talk about Freight Guard. Didn't the first load we booked, the guy asked us about that?
Yeah, and what's crazy was Kirk gave me a chance, and the guy, and mind you, I was still on mute. The guy, he was like, well, what about this XYZ? And
right, because I was telling you about Karen yesterday when we was on the phone. We booked a load for the tractor trailer, and when we went there was no tractor trailer. So I called the guy back and I go off on him, and I like, some of these, it's if it brokers, or some of them are like some little sissy. They get in their feelings and use their fingernail. Well, we talked to this guy and this and like, I don't care. You see all you little sissy guys who come over here and try to be brokers and think y'all, we got 5 different setups that we can run our business out of here. We got family members, brothers, sisters.
Don't give them too much.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't shutting anything down over here. Okay? You ain't doing a damn thing that waste your damn typewriter or your damn ink in your computer.
So going back, this is how karma works. So going back, Kurt gave me an opportunity, right? And the guy was like, "Oh, well, this is over 120 days, but you know what? I'm gonna give you a chance or whatnot."
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, that was a good load. That was actually a great load or whatnot. I didn't have no issues on a pickup, delivery. Matter of fact, I ended up getting y'all gotta watch, but I ended up getting a subscriber off of that actual load as well. So. It worked out real good. So watch my channel. Make sure you watch my channel. But the moral of the story is that karma is crazy. And what I can say is, listening to Kirk and that woman conversation, it has me thinking like, okay, long as I'm professional and I know my rights, I know how to articulate myself with these brokers, especially, and the number one thing was, when I got this phone call, Kirk was like, hey, no, I think it was before that. Kirk was like, hey, man, if you listen to these brokers all the time, you're going to run yourself crazy. He was like, look, man, and what I can tell y'all is make sure y'all watch y'all paperwork. That's the most important thing. Look at the dates. Make sure y'all know what y'all signing for, what y'all agree to, because they will hold you to it and they will use it against you. So, right then and there, I was just learning on the go, on the job training, literally.
And this is why I tell people, like, people see me on YouTube and think I make this type of I'm one way on YouTube and I'm one way behind the scene.
I got another phone. I'm sorry to cut you off. I got a newfound respect for you, not only for the YouTube, but I saw this man work not only on the phone but in person. Like, this guy was literally pushing me over when we was doing it. You got to watch the video, but I'm like, golly, Kirk, slow down. He was like,
so we were swapping
down. Listen. So this was in Atlanta. I'm like, Kirk, slow down. Kirk is one of the hardest working guys that I ever met in my life. And it might be because he's making blood, but man, he practiced what he preached at the end of the day.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I have this drive, and we talked about this yesterday. I have this drive in me to make everyone successful. And I had to learn the hard way from my friend that was on the phone yesterday that, Kirk, man, you can beat everybody in the head and try to get them to do this, but there's a certain way that people cut out that they're not. And I had to understand that, because from my point of view, come to this country and be so successful, I always try to believe that people can just take away from my experience and then just master it. And so I had to learn that it doesn't really work like that. But when you saw me in Atlanta, it literally took us an hour. I'm like, yo, it took us an hour, right?
Man. And we were. And what did you say? You said, man, I thought this was going to take about 2 or 3 hours or whatnot. I'm just like, this guy is crazy.
But it was crazy. It was all fun.
It was good. It was, man.
You make.
It was like I've known you for years. That's what's so crazy. Like, forget the YouTube, forget the phone convo, but it was the in person. Like, I known him for years, and like I said, we just hit it right off the bat from the consultation until working with each other as well. And I just appreciate everything, man. Like I told, I gotta watch my video. Y'all gotta watch my video because
I just dropped the link, guys, in the description in the chat. That is the name of his channel. Hit him up. Go subscribe to his channel, man. Go watch all his contents. He's running with me, so you know that whatever he's gonna be telling you is gonna be cross-referenced with what we're doing as a team, because. Mind you, and your authority just go active Friday, right?
Man, you can't be giving the song.
Oh my goodness! But
no. So in all honesty, yes, the authority just did go active on Friday, this past Friday.
Yeah.
I can honestly tell you this. I'm gonna give you all a little insight on this. If you are coming into this box truck industry right now, and you think your authority is gonna go active in 21 days, you got another thing coming. Okay, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Make sure y'all watch my video that's coming. Make sure y'all subscribe, because I'm gonna give y'all some major stuff. I don't like holding stuff or whatnot. I'm gonna just give out the information. So watch my video. Make sure y'all subscribe. But
yeah, and like someone says in the chat, says everyone doesn't listen the same way. This is why I always says and shout out to you BTOB. This is why I said some people need a consultation, because we can be talking about this right here and some people can just relate to it. But when we start to hit like certain ins and out, some people need a one-on-one, and we can't do that in lives. We can't do that I can't just answer you in an email or just leave a comment in the comment section and you get it. You actually have to sit down and I understand people are trying to spend as less as they can to come out here. But guys, some of these money that you're going to put in your box truck business, if you spend it with the right person, you will get that money right back. Now, the first week with me, is it good or bad? Did you make money or did you lose?
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Oh man.
I would honestly say within the first 2 hours I made money. Like that first day alone, like it was just like oh. So you went from sitting home 9 o'clock in the morning till from sitting home till about 1 o'clock when we finally get connected. Yep. You make in the first. So from the time you called me and I said I'm gonna take a chance with you. Yeah. And I was very precise in what I was saying. But you went from 0 to 60 in under 2 hours with 3 loads just by talking to me on the phone. I proved myself at the same time. And
right.
A lot of, going back in what you said about most people don't have the same work ethic. And one of the things I spoke about, if somebody came in, later, it's about making sure that you move with urgency. And I guess that may be the military still in me, but I treated Kirk's hey, I'm gonna give you this opportunity as my one shot. if that makes sense. Like you only got one shot, like 1 mile, like 8 Mile, like Eminem. You only got one shot, and I took it, and I'm running with it, and I'm showing. He's like, matter of fact, it was a couple of days ago. He said, "Hey man, just go home." I said, "No, I can't do this. I can't go."
Oh man, I
go home, man. He was like, "Man, just go home." I said, "No, man, I can't go home, man. I can't. I need this money, man. I can't go home." I'm like, "Man, it's so much." And I'm showing Kirk at the same time that I want it. And I can honestly say that knowing several people, they take things for granted. And I'm not one of those ones. And I can honestly say, even if y'all don't book a consultation or talk to Kirk, if y'all coming in this industry, do not take it for granted. Take every experience, make sure that y'all do what y'all need to do, and just like, man, bust your butt, because at the end of the day, this is a very expensive venture starting off.
Yep.
It's very expensive. And I'm gonna go in future in my video, but it's very expensive. Like I get everybody like, man, I got the money.
Yep. So you have your first week with your boy Kirky Fresh. You get full blown. What the word you used? It didn't use VIP. What was the word you used?
What did I say? Exclusive? Did I say exclusive?
Yeah, you use
that diamond, that prestige.
Prestige.
Prestige. I get this prestige quality.
Right.
The ambiance. That's what I said. The
ambiance. Right. And so I did something for you that we're going to talk about. So you went to pick up a load in St. Louis, and I call a broker for you, and I let you listen in on the call, and I ask her a question. You want to tell them what I asked her? I'll let you drop that. And this is something that I wasn't going to do it.
Make sure you get some likes on this. Make sure you.
Oh man, they gotta get the likes button up, guys. It's 33 people in the. Yo, hit the likes button.
I'm hoping they liking this content. I'm hoping. Make sure that y'all let us know if y'all liking this content. You know, I do YouTube too, so like this content.
This is something that I wasn't gonna say. However, I'm not the type of guy that's gonna come on YouTube and like a bone over people, like y'all want this information, y'all gonna pay for it. You get what I'm saying? I don't do that. And so this is why I told people, like, if y'all watch my whole entire video and watch my live, I will drop bits of pieces of information in it, so you guys can get it. So go ahead and tell them what happened.
So so Kirk can be as cocky. He can be cocky, but he's not that. And the reason why he can be cocky is because everything that he told me, he has not lied about. He has not steered me wrong. So he was just like, because he was talking about my authority and things like that. He was like, man, you know what? I got a contact. I'm like, oh, shoot, here we go. He was like, call your wife. Make sure she go on mute. Make sure you're on mute too. I'm like, okay, cool. And he was just like, hey, somebody picked up the phone at the broker or whatnot. And he was like, hey, can I speak to XYZ? He was like, yeah, hold on. Let me see if she's available. She got on the phone. Oh, hey, Kirk, how are you? I haven't heard from you in a while. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, you missed me, eh? He goes, you missed this Jamaican, eh? You know, and of course, in a, you know, I don't want to put that out there, but not in a flirtatious way, but in like a funny, oh, you missed me.
Right.
He got into the conversation. Hey, my cousin is on this load. I'm the cousin, right? I'm the cousin. You see this? So he was like, hey, my cousin is on the load, but his authority, he applied for this authority, but he didn't get his authority yet. And is it something that y'all can do if I back him up and refer him to you all? Would y'all take him in? She was like, oh, yeah, we sure would. Any person that you back up, Kirk, yes, we will most definitely. And then she got into the story. Usually, we want their authorities to be a year.
Right.
1 year. So we talked, I'm sure y'all heard the 30, 60, 90-day rule, but they said a year. I'm like, golly, a year. She was like, yeah, you know, we just want to make sure because the quality of products that we have, like, we don't play games. And she was just like, if you're backing them up, Kirk, yes, 100%, we will get them signed up. Just make sure they ask for XYZ just let them know that you referred them or whatnot, and then we can get them all set up. I'm just like, this dude just moved a mountain just like that.
So that is what is called a carrier cosign. If you are struggling with getting to be on a certain carrier, I can actually call that carrier and have them use my history and cosign for you. That's what I did with him.
He moved mountain. Y'all not listening. Look,
see, this is why
moved the mountain, because we always talk about, oh yeah, let your authority age over 90. But don't nobody talk about a whole year. Like a whole year is a whole different category.
Right.
Like, it's a whole different category. She was like, yeah, just shoot him my way. You're all right. Just shoot him my way.
Yep. And so what they do, they use my record. It's kind of like a cosigner for a car. And so they'll use my record. A matter of fact, if you change the name of your company and you start in a new company, a whole entire DOT and all of that, you can use that old company as a reference, whether you want to get finance or you want to book load with brokers. A lot of people don't know that on YouTube.
Yeah.
So for all you people who always say that I'm charging for information and stuff is free, there you go. You can't say I never give you another free game.
I can honestly say the value, you don't have to be the biggest box truck YouTuber or whatnot. The value that you have brought myself and my wife from the consultation into now, you can't replace that. Like you just can't, even from the carrying load, even from the conversation with the brokers, and then you called me with another broker that you already knew, and you explained the situation.
Raul, right? And he went off on the broker.
Yeah, he was just like, "What is she talking about? They can't do that." And I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like Kirk is tied in this industry. Like, let me tell y'all something. Like, don't let these 2,000 subscribers fool y'all or whatnot. Like, he don't need Kirk. And we spoke about this yesterday. Kirk does not owe me anything. Yeah, and that's the thing that I put out there. And I told him, I said, man, I appreciate you, man. God bless you, brother. You have given me the opportunity to exceed in this business. Just off of the week that I've been working with you, and even the consultation, that he does not need to be on YouTube. He does not. Like,
I keep telling people that.
the guy just want to spend money. I'm not gonna lie to you. All he called me about is, I'm gonna take your wide body stat pack, and I'm just like, man. All he talked about is, man, I'm about to buy this for my car. I'm about to buy this for my new BMW. Now they watch that video. He just bought a new BMW. That big baby. Oh yeah, I'm about to buy some carbon fiber before this thing. I'm like, man, Kurt, golly, how much money you got, man? Look, he said, look, and then you told him about the box truck that you got, right? They know
about the box truck that I waited on.
And then you want me to tell them everything? No,
let it stay. Because you know what I mean. But I just I keep it real, man, and this is why. I come in my life.
I feel like I'm in the family. I feel like I'm making family. Like I feel like I'm my youth. I feel like I'm my youth. If y'all don't know what that is, do a Google my youth.
Right. But see, what I'm trying to say, the struggles that people have as a new authority. It's just like when I came and I said, if you guys want to start with Amazon and you guys want to get a better rate, go and if you know somebody that already in this business, go and use their relay app. You get what I'm saying? And these stuff will give you money. Just make sure that y'all set up a payment plan, just like what we did. You get what I'm saying?
Right. But you gotta make sure that person is set up. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm not.
Yeah.
If y'all working with somebody else and you're like, hey, I want to use their authority, make sure that they have their stuff established, because some of these people, I dealt with this personally before Kurt and before I did, my first week along with myself and my wife. I have been burned. Trust me, I have been burned, and it wasn't even a full month in this industry. So you best believe there are sharks in this industry, and sharks in this game, and they know You being a newbie, they're gonna take advantage of you. Best believe
Oh
they
yeah,
do.
that's what I'm trying to say. And so I come in these live to educate people. That's his reason why, even though I do a bunch of videos and talk about a lot of stuff, shout out to my mom. My mom just Octavia Ray. That's my mom. You know, Mom Duke. Mom Duke's always pops up. But I want if Muhammad is watching, I want Muhammad to chime in. And if Lando can come on real quick, I don't mind if he chime in also, because these are there are two other guys that we running with. And me and Muhammad went out. We thought you was gonna be there and Saturday, and so you didn't get to came, so we could have went out. But me and Muhammad went out, and then me and Lando went out. Two fantastic guys. Lot of love, lot of respect. These guys are we talk on a daily basis. Mr. Smith is the only guy that I gotta meet him. But these are guys that come out here and they watch my channel, they subscribe to my channel, and I just keep it real with people. So if they're watching, anyone, if any one of you guys watching, I don't mind if you guys chime in, because guys can vouch for me. Like, just come up and vouch for me, because I just keep it straight up with you guys, and I don't BS with you guys, and I keep you guys keep it straight with you guys. If Lando is watching, I don't mind if he comes in. He probably wiping down his yellow Lamborghini down there in Florida. I got Mr. What's going on, boss?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's up, brother?
What's going on?
I'm doing well, man. Can't complain. Just listening to y'all drop all these jewels and gems, man.
And so we met last week, and I was waiting on him, and we couldn't get to meet up, and so we had to just go out and do our thing.
Yeah.
But we stayed at the same hotel. He was the guy I told you that I got to meet and all that stuff with the truck. But we meet, and we you want to tell people with the experience that you have with me just hanging out, and we I mean, of course we met up for business, but just tell people what type of person I am from your point of view, because I don't want to look like I'm putting myself on a pedestal. You get what I'm saying?
From my point of view, man, Kirky Fresh, man, I mean, he's definitely authentic. You know what I mean? We did meet up. Well, first off, I just happened to one day just go on YouTube watching videos of. That's how I did a lot of my research and learning. I actually currently have my transportation business. I started with a Sprinter van. I'm in the process of finishing, finalizing the purchase of a box truck. But I've kind of been in the business a little bit. It's very similar. Of course, you can be with the box truck, but just scrolling through YouTube, and his first video popped up, and I watched it. You know what I mean? And, I don't know. It was like, okay, I heard the accent. I'm from the islands too, so I said, let me see what this guy, what he about. And
right.
He was talking stuff that I haven't really seen or heard in other videos, that I've watched. It was like, okay, well, he's something different here. And we just connected from there. So when he actually met up, when he came to Atlanta, like you said, man, hey, Kirk is a fellow, man.
So let me tell you what happened, why he's laughing so much, right? Let me tell you what happened, why he's laughing so much, right? So he was on his way, and we meeting up at a restaurant, right? And I called him and I said, hey, how far you are? And he told me, hey, I'm right around the corner. So I walk in the restaurant, to go in the line. And there's this 3 girls at the front. And they were like, oh, it's going to take you 40 minutes. I said, not when I give you my $50. She grabbed the menu and seat me immediately. He was on the phone. He couldn't believe that I pulled that off. I'm like, yeah, right now. You find me a seat right now, I'll give you $50. He asked him. He came. I was already seated. I was already.
So when I came, right, I walked up. I didn't know where he was seated. But the 3 girls up front. I'm like, hey, I'm with the guy who bribed his way in. And then they took it right over.
She took it right over to me. And that was, and this is the first time we're meeting. We've never met before.
First time. Never met
and I looked and I said, Muhammad, look over there. He was like, what? I said, you see that guy? He walked in before me. He put his name down, and now I'm eating before him.
Oh man, we ordered food and some drinks and just started talking business, and I had a good night.
Man, listen, we were eating. She said 40 minutes. We had eat within the 40 minutes that she said. But like I told people, man, that's what happened when you structure your business in a way where when you come out here and be real, you can just move any mountain and people can relate to you and people can gravitate to you. You know, whether it's a 26-foot box truck or a 53-footer, or even if you're a Uber driver, whatever business you're in, just keep it real. You get what I'm saying? And I think because I'm on YouTube and I'm not following the same trend, I'm not talking the same language. Of course, you know, I got a different accent, so people is a little touchy. And an island boy, you know what I mean? and so, but I don't let that get to me, because my plan is to let people like you guys be successful, because I know it can happen. You get what I'm saying? And me and Muhammad, man, we aside from you, Serious Lane, me and Muhammad got a whole separate thing going on that, you know, we're gonna have to do that at a different time. But I just keep it real with people. That's all I does. I just keep it real. You get what I'm saying? And so when guys like you come on and meet me and working with me, you guys see a different side of me, but at the same time, I'm the same genuine person, whether I'm on YouTube or off YouTube. Okay. I don't make stuff up. You get what I'm saying? And Muhammad can tell you, man, I drop a lot of gems in him since he know me.
Absolutely. I mean, one-on-one talking and in your videos, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you talked about the people not wanting to, you know, spend the $120 for a consultation. Okay, well, if you don't want to spend the $120, go back and watch the content. And not just first content. There's a lot of content out there, you know what I mean, that has valuable information in it that honestly, if you do your research and you're thorough, you can get started. You know
Watch this. Watch this.
On how to, you know, UCR, file your UCR, you know what I mean? Or you know, the type of insurance, or you know what I mean? Listen, I never even used a ratchet strap in my life. I used YouTube and Google. You know what I mean? I don't drive, that's how I do, but I want to know what I'm gonna have my driver doing. So I mean, I messed up a couple by, you know, the guy all knotted up. I had to throw them away.
Right.
Close with the territory, brother. I'm in the same room too, man. Look, we down. We down.
but watch this. Watch this, Muhammad. Watch this. The last conversation me and Serious Lane getting, Muhammad. Did you use the co-signing tactics for a driver?
Did I use the co-signing tactics for a driver?
For a carrier.
For a carrier? I know what you're talking about. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Exactly. You want to tell them what's going on there?
I did for somebody else. You know what I mean?
So you use the same tactics, right?
Yeah, very similar tactics. You know what I mean? One of our friends is a new authority as well, and you know what I mean. I got him set up, and the broker actually called me and asked me about this guy, because I texted him. I said, "Hey, my guy just started his own business. He's been driving for a while. He's about to sign up." You know what I mean? So my guy signed up, and I didn't even know he had signed up. Actually completed everything. And then he's like, "Yo, I just booked my first load." I'm like, "Oh, for real?" As soon as he shoot me that text, my phone rings. And it's the broker. He's like, "Hey, man, what's up with this guy? I mean, you know, I know you text me, and I just want to make sure, man, because his authority is brand new." I'm like, "Man, he's been driving for like a decade. He just started his own business. You know what I mean? He's a good friend of mine. You're good to
Can't
go.
Make this shit up, man. Can't make
I'll take care of it." He said, "Okay, cool. I trust you. I'm going to let him run."
Yeah. Can't make it up.
And I don't have a box truck. I have a Sprinter van, but they do loads for box trucks as well. You know what I mean? So he's just waiting for me to get my box truck. So, but yeah, I mean, again,
can't make this stuff up, man. Can't make it. And so this is why when people come on YouTube, and this is why you guys see me talk the way I talk. I'm not taking aim at people. I'm letting you guys know that they don't know anything. A lot of people don't know about broker carrier cosign. You can cosign for, if you are running with Echo for the last year and your cousin just started a business, you can use your company to co-sign for your cousin. You get what I'm saying? A lot of y'all didn't know that. Yeah. That's why y'all out here struggling. I got two guys right here who just tell y'all that. Mr. Smith is here, man. We're going to keep the dialogue going.
This is in the building.
Richest guy in the world, man.
Look at that mansion in the background.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Oh, man. What's going on, brother?
Man, life is good, man. How you guys doing tonight?
Man, same old, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
We were trying to meet up with you, when Kirk was in town, but it didn't happen, man. But next time.
Totally my fault. I had just got off the road, and I told the wife, I said, I know I just got home, but Kirk's in town, so I'm gonna have to leave soon. And she was like, all right, I get it. And I promise you, I sat down on the bed. It was over. I had to call the brother the next morning and apologize because I did not make it because I was dead tired. But the reason why I was tired because Kirk put me on game and he put me on that road.
Right.
And I promise you this, just like the brother Sirius Lange just said, Kirk's authentic as they come. Okay, we've had a lot of candid conversations on some real grown-up type stuff. And he's not a different person on YouTube versus a phone. You know what I mean? Like he is 100% authentic, and that's what I appreciate about this interaction. He even plugged me up with Muhammad, and Muhammad and I had a good conversation. So definitely, give the brother his flowers. And when I say give him his flowers, give him that money on that consultation.
Absolutely.
Okay. If he say $15,000, y'all better figure it out.
Figure it out. I'll put you on a payment plan, huh?
Man, because it's 100% worth it. Like I say in all the lives, and this is no cap, the brother has helped me out tremendously. I was able to get on the road and make money from day one because of what he did. 100%. Yep. So definitely look forward.
And I want to talk about your situation because you have an experience also with one of your pickup when you were going to Michigan. You want to share that with us? Because you reached out to me and I was trying to get Sirius Lane. Matter of fact, when I told you I was going to call a driver, Sirius Lane was the guy I was trying to get.
That's what you were talking about?
Yeah, right.
Mr. Smith,
Yes, sir. Let me give you some dap. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so I was in a rental truck and had a breakdown right outside of Dallas. Truck started acting funny. Lo and behold, I had to pull over and shut it down. So obviously we have time frames in which we need to meet because we signed this agreement. And the one thing about me is I'm a very, very, very serious stickler on time. If I give you my word, I'm going to perform. Excuse me. So I was going to miss this deadline because of this breakdown. And it was a whole to-do. They couldn't find the parts. And it wasn't any serious parts, but they couldn't find them. They couldn't source them out. So they were like, all right, you got to, shack up in a hotel tonight. We'll come back out tomorrow morning, get it done. Couldn't get it done in the morning. In fact, they couldn't get it done till about 3 p.m., something like that. Definitely was going to miss my time frame. And that was what I was talking about in the comments, where the broker literally called me 30 times in a period of 6 hours. Questioning
and I told you that was a double broker, right?
Yeah. And at first I didn't understand it. And then I started looking at all the things he said, and everything fell into place. Every single thing fell in place. I'm like, duh, I'm telling the wife, I'm like, oh, he tried to finesse me. This is why. And the wife was like, we both had that aha moment. Like, oh, Kurt was right.
But wait. Didn't he ask you to send proof that you were breakdown and they say you ain't got to send a goddamn thing?
He was on me. Well, where are you at? What's the address? And send me the proof. And when they get there, send me pictures, this, that, and the third. And, and again, I'm a businessman. So I'm trying to work with the gentleman, right? But then when you come with the bullying tactics, that's not going to work. We're not going to operate in that manner. We're not going to do that. And I just told him, I said, this is not happening. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to give you enough information to let you know what my ETA is, right? And then we'll go from there. But calling me 30 times, I just hit him block. I just blocked him. I just blocked them. I'll let you know when the paperwork is being sent over. Simple as that. Simple as that. Yeah. So it was crazy.
And you successfully get the truck fixed. You called me. I was trying to get the load off. I said, let's get the load off. We could give it to Serious Lane and then let him continue if he could take it. And then we'll re-get you a different load out of Texas, because it was just too much crazy.
A whole bunch of people. I'm gonna call a whole bunch of people. I'm calling this person. I know somebody in this state. I know somebody in this state. And I'm like, whoa,
yeah, he's well connected.
Well connected.
You know what I mean?
But you guys are my network, man. So that's why I wanted to get Lando on, because he's the only one that missing. But you guys are the guys that are in my network, and so I have to look out for you guys. And this is why I told people, like Serious Lane says, me and the brother only had a consultation. He's a part. You and Muhammad was way before I even create my consultation website. I already choose you guys because of the background and the type of people that I want to associate myself with. It's not about money, because we're all here to teach each other and help each other. We're not here finessing nobody. We're not here trying to front. We're not here trying to. I open up to you guys just like how you guys open up to us, and we keep 100%. It real. You get what 100%. I'm saying? And I don't need, like I tell people, I'm not bragging, man. I'm not showing off. I'm not cocky, but I don't have to be in YouTube. I really don't.
I've seen the numbers. Trust me.
I can
exactly.
I've seen the numbers. I've seen the numbers.
This is a hobby. This is the hobby for Kirky Fresh. This is a hobby.
But that's what I'm telling them. That's what I'm telling people. Like, I'm not showing off. Like, I don't need to be in YouTube. I'm just bringing the information genuinely for guys who are coming out here and losing money. These gentlemen can tell you, man. Muhammad can tell. You go to a restaurant and see most of you guys who are making money wouldn't even tip a girl to jump the line. That's how cheap some of y'all are.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And that's bad. And we just walk in and she's like, okay. As soon as I said $50, she was like, follow me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is that I say that to say this, like, I don't need YouTube money. I don't have to be here. You get what I'm saying? I can, a matter of fact, I can full blown turn my own entire experience into a full blown mentorship where I can live off of that and dedicate. I can even open up a dispatcher company and make way more money than a lot of these dispatchers. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But I genuinely want to help the guys who are coming out here that losing these money and making these mistakes. You get what I'm saying? And making these errors that seriously don't have to make it. This guy come out here, run for 1 week nonstop. Muhammad, Mr. Smith, you come out here for 1 week. You have your hiccup. You have a guy like me to call. Oh man, I'm out here. What about the guy who don't have me? What about that guy who don't have that mentorship? They call their wife, they call their girlfriend, they call their brother, their sister. They can't give them no advice because they're not in the trucking business.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Muhammad called me sometime. He's buying a truck. He got questioned. You get what I'm saying? What about those people? And this is why I started my channel, to let people have an idea how to come out here. Unfortunately, some of the information, we just got to sit down and y'all just got to pay for it. It's not, that's just how the world designed. I don't make that rule. I'm just doing what I can do.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with paying for your time, for paying to have access to you. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, because we've paid more and lost more with other people.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So if you give me a number and you say, Mr. Smith, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, Kurt, here you go. I'm gonna go ahead and send it up. I'm not gonna question you because you've given me already more value than what I expected.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. On the candid conversations we've had about how to position myself and how to avoid getting jerked around, that right there is more than some other people have presented to me, and I paid other people a lot more. You know?
And see, one person said in the comment section when I said that you could co-signer for carriers, the person said in the comment section they never heard of that before. That's what I'm talking about. This is why I said
I never heard of that.
That's what I said. They cannot teach you what they know. They don't know it, so they can't teach you it.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? And Muhammad do it. Muhammad do it just last week, and I did it just last week with Serious Lane. So it can be done. It's just who you know and how you go about it.
100%.
You get what I'm saying? So you want to hang out with the wishy-washy gang? Hey, we ain't gonna get mad, but don't get mad when that damn truck park. Because over here, we keep trucks moving.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And like I said, man, you guys come out here, you guys know me with all the stuff that I drop, with all the stuff that I'm doing. Listen, I started this YouTube channel and I never thought the stuff that I'm doing just from YouTube. I can't. It's been like a month I haven't posted a video, and I'm like, Jesus, please, I gotta get to this. Like, I'm thinking about shutting down for a whole week to catch up on my videos because I have literally 7 guys right now that I'm mentoring. I'm dispatching, mentoring, I'm training. I have one guy right now, his truck breakdown in California. It's just so much going on. You get what I'm saying? And I'm helping this guy. And I still got to talk to you guys. I still got to be a wife. I still got to deal with my wife. Still got to deal with my kids. I still got to be a business. I still got to talk to my own customer. It's so much stuff for one guy. Yeah. And people, this is why
but even despite all of that, you still keep it 100.
Yep.
You know, like you and I spoke about when I was coming back from Florida a few days ago. People have to hear the truth because like Serious Lanes touched on it a while ago, this can be a very expensive proposition. Okay. If you're not positioned properly.
Oh yeah.
And like I told you, that's another reason why I appreciate you because you're not out here playing with people's money. You know, some of these people are taking money out of 401k, kids' college funds, maxing out credit cards, etc. And you have a duty to tell the truth to people, whether they want to hear it or not. You know, whether they come on and you can help them or you can't help them, you still got a duty to keep it real. And you've done that 100%. And that's why I continue to attach myself to you, you know, and try to be a service to you as you have been to me.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I would say, right, guys, is for one, I'm sure all of us here, you know, Kirk, we value the information and you know, and the feedback and you know, the input that you've had, you know, in our decisions and what we're doing moving forward. And I'm sure many people in the chat and comments as well do. We can't worry about the naysayers and those who don't want to spend the 120. You know what I mean? Right. But you know, anyone
120.
Whatever it is, you know what I mean?
No, that's been like they complaining about 120.
Exactly. I can tell you straight off. Like a couple years ago, when I started my business, right? You know, I did a lot of research on YouTube, and I had all the information. But again, you know, I'm an overanalyzer, and I like to do a lot of research before I fully pull the trigger. So I end up spending, you know, a couple grand between three different people for, you know, consultations / mentorships. And this is the Sprinter van, cargo van stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you; they added no value. I kid you not. They added no value to what I already learned off of YouTube. That's why I said you can learn a lot of things of what you want is right on YouTube. I'm not, you know, I mean, I kid you, and I'm not even trying to say like, hey, it was useless. It was my choice. You know what I mean? I was able to afford it. It's not like it hurt me. But after the fact, I realized, well, I didn't really learn anything that I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It just confirmed what I knew. And again, knowing what I found on YouTube was accurate because, again, you don't know what you're reading is accurate. I mean, what you're listening to or getting is accurate because there's a lot of information floating out there. And you got to cipher through all of it and find out what's real and what's fake. But one thing that I definitely appreciate with Kirk is that one thing that me and some very close friends of mine talk about, it's very important who you take advice from. You know who you're taking advice from. I know
qualify your source.
You know, over a decade of experience. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry to cut you off, brother, but Muhammad, that's the number one thing. That's the
exactly.
Everybody, 6 months to a year. I'm not. Look, however you do your business is you. But me,
right.
I have a project manager background. 9 times out of 10, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cling over to the person that's been in this industry for over X amount of years, and it only makes sense. Oh, $120, bruh. Say less. Go ahead. All right.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was getting at. That's exactly what I was getting at. So I know, same thing. I have a lot of management experience. I could smell that BS when I'm talking to someone and things of that nature. But talking with Kirk and again seeing the numbers that he sent me, you know what I mean, for 2021. This say 5-6 years ago. This is last year's numbers.
I sent it to you. I sent it to you and Mr. Smith, and Mr. Smith was blown away.
I didn't see the numbers yet. Look, you can't do that.
I'm like, this is off of one truck. I'm like, wait, hold up. You know what I'm saying? I do very well for myself. You know what I mean? But I was like, I've been doing the wrong thing for quite a while. I need to get into. Really get into this. I was doing this as a little side thing. I need to really focus. Get a box truck.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What I was basically getting at, though, again, it's very important, guys, who you take your information from. So if you're going on YouTube and you're watching a guy who just started his channel and he's got a box truck company for 3 months, and all of a sudden there's, like you said, these CEOs and you know what I mean, their fancy cars, and you know what I mean, and never really, you have no other info to go off of other than that YouTube channel info that he's putting out saying that they can produce all this or they produce all this. That's on you if you want to ride with that. You know what I'm saying?
You got to qualify your source. You got to qualify your source.
Right?
You got to qualify your source because you can get led astray. Muhammad, I co-sign what you're saying 100%. You can get led astray and you can run up a bill really quickly and have nothing to show for it. And like Kirk and I, when initially we talked, I sent him the email, it took a couple days to get back with me. But when he got on the phone, it was, hey, I'm a resource for you. What do you need? I'm here for you. And I'm like, hold on, he don't know me from Adam.
Yeah, exactly.
But he made himself available. He continues to make himself available. And so I reached out to him. I said, hey, I need to learn how to do this, this, and this. And I told him before he said anything, and he didn't even say nothing. I said, look, allow me to pay you. Okay, allow me to pay you because I don't want you to do this for free.
Right.
I don't. With all due respect, I don't want you to do it for free because you've already shown me a whole lot. And I respect you and your time. Like the video you did. I have kids. And my little girl, that's my baby. And I saw the video you did with the little girl taking her to school with your little girl, man. And that right there resonated with me. And I said, this is a solid dude. This is a solid dude. So if he's taking time out of his day, let me respect that time, okay, and meet him at least halfway,
And it's funny you say that because you reached out to me just last week, and I was with my daughter, and he was like, "Oh no, you with your family, go ahead." I'm like, "No, man, ask a question."
Right. He was like, because I heard his kids in the background. I was like, "Yo, me, you can talk to me later." And
I'm the same way. If I hit him up and he's like, with the family, man, I'll hit you up later, man. Talk to you later, man.
Exactly.
On the road. I'll catch you when you're on the road.
Exactly. And he's like, no, what's up? And he helped me through the situation real quickly, and I respected the brother's time. So again, like Muhammad said, all the naysayers, we're not worried about them. No. They're not even supposed to be at this party anyway. Right?
Look, naysayers gonna run out of business quick because let me tell you, I'm gonna say it again. Trust me, you will come out here and everybody talking about diesel. Diesel is not your problem. It's how you run.
Well,
hold on, guys. Yeah, you can go talk. Let me turn on the light.
Man, I'm telling you,
diesel is not your problem.
Diesel's high. No, it's how you running that's high. Like no, yeah. Because mind you, I'm only but a week running with Kirk, and honestly, I'm looking at the numbers, my numbers, and I said, man, I could have made that. But I had to pay this. I'm like, oh man, I gotta figure this out where I can just give them back their stuff or whatnot. Because I'm renting. I'm like, this not making sense.
Oh, I just had this conversation, brother.
And I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but I can honestly say it's good as a starting point if you're renting out. But in some form and fashion, if you really want to make the true money, you have to get yourself out of that rental. Because I promise you,
Say it again for the people in the back.
They want that when I get my check out. She like, look, I want to close you out on this date. She calling me right on the dot. Hey, you got your money? Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and close you out and recharge you again. I'm like, golly, come on.
I just went through this a couple days ago, brother.
Right.
They don't want to hear, well, my money not in. They like, okay, well, we coming to pick up that truck since you ain't got no money. You hear me?
Yeah. And I've had these similar conversations with Kirk, and I'm not trying to, down anyone who goes that rental route. But to me, it's not worth it. Just looking at it prior, you know what I mean? If you can afford it, you might as well put that money towards something that you're going to be owning in the end. You know what I mean?
Well, this is why I said, I told people like that watch my channel, and you guys heard me say this all the time. Nothing is wrong with the renting starting out, but put a timeline on it.
Yes.
Right.
If you put a timeline, Mr. Smith, we had this conversation the other day.
Yes, sir.
And I said, Mr. Smith, and what did you say? You said, Kirk, this is a time. So you can start to come out here, but just put a timeline, a month and a half, 2 months. It's fine. But don't come out here and try to make a career out of renting truck and telling us that you're making money. It's not. It's impossible. You get what I'm saying?
Out on the road.
I'm renting my truck too, so I'm not sitting over here saying that it's bad to rent. But it has given me the platform to work with Kirk, if that makes sense.
Right.
The platform is giving me a jump. But now looking at my numbers and everything, talking to Kirk, I'm like, okay, look, we got to figure this out. We got to get out this thing because one, if they want to change their rates and their rules for that truck, they can do it anytime. That's not. That's not saying that
and they just did that to me this weekend.
That's not saying that they don't like you. They saying that, hey, look, based on what we see what you're doing, we want to charge you a little bit more. We got a contract with you. What are you talking about? We can do whatever we want, sir.
Time to renegotiate. And if you want this truck, this is what you're gonna pay. And you see these videos with people renting, we scaling, and you're renting 2-3 box trucks.
No.
You're not scaling. You're paying those people more money. You're giving more money. You're paying Penske's and Ryder's pocket.
Look,
you know what I mean? You add up how much a week, because you got to pay weekly, right? So if you add up, let's say average 4 weeks in a month, right? Let's say 500. Let's go with that. And we know some of us are paying way more than that. That's $2,000, right? A month that you're paying.
And insurance is $2,300.
A car note for your box truck. A car note for your box truck. Unless you're buying something like Kirky Fresh and you got bad credit and it's $110,000, you're not gonna be paying $2,000 a month for your car note on your box truck. So you losing money.
And I'm paying on that new truck I'm getting. I'm paying $1,600 for that truck, and my insurance is $1,100 a month. You know so I got a 2022 truck.
Credit, you're gonna be probably paying anywhere from $15 or less a month.
So so I got a 2022 truck paying $1,600, and I'm paying $1,100 for insurance. So I'm still paying in 1 month. I'm still paying less money. What some of these guys is paying in a week, that's what I pay for a month. And at 22, and I own my truck.
And I'm being generous saying 500. We know people out there paying 700, 800, 900 a month. I mean, a week.
Oh, you need to see some of the pay. You need to see some of the thing I saw.
Let me tell you my situation, right? So 963 is on hold, okay, right? So they hold that money. Budget holds that money. So whatever I run for that week, she got to close me out. So whatever I'm on hold for, I still don't have that money. So she gonna charge me like she just did 1,000 and some change. So that 1,900, that's 1,900 total. So guess what? I need to be able to pay that $1,000 straight out front of my account, and then she will hold again another 963. So that's $2,000 that I have to have a week if I run 3,000 miles.
Does that include insurance?
That does include insurance. We're talking about 1,600.
Just the truck.
Yeah.
But see, you don't get this unless you're out on the road. Going through it. But if you listen to certain people, they tell you it's all daisies and it's all gravy, right? Until you actually get out there, then you can understand that what they're selling is a falsehood. I've been on the road for 3 weeks, right? Roughly. And I understand. I can put the pieces together and I can fill in the blanks from what I've been told to what's actually going on, right? And Kirk was that bridge between the nonsense and the reality.
Yep.
Okay.
Right,
and
right.
she simply told me certain things. When I got out on that road, I understood. Okay.
Mhm.
The whole thing
Mhm.
about the rentals, like my man Serious Lanes is saying, these numbers are crazy. And I go back and look at what I paid, right? I'm like, hold on. I can't make money, not serious money like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Not serious. They just hit me for $2,800 when I went and renewed the contract, right? $2,800. He's like, okay, yada yada, and then gave me a mile cap on top of that.
Oh,
Crazy.
is this with a lift gate or non-lift gate?
Lift gate.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna give y'all a little insight. So the lift gate, because I was talking with my budget account manager, I'm gonna give y'all game. I'm all about that. I was talking to my manager because the account she if y'all watch my videos, I was able to get out of 3 budget trucks within 2 weeks alone. So what he told me, he said, man, if you really want to lift gate, we can get it for you, but you're gonna be capped off at 1,000 miles. I said, what?
Mhm.
He was like, yeah, because there's no because the lift gates are limited. But he said with a ramp, oh man, you can run a ramp all through the road. We don't care. You can run 1,000 million miles or whatnot. We don't care about that. But they catching on to the lift gators. Lift gators, if that's even a word.
Right.
It's a word now.
It's a word now.
Because the lift gate, like I told you, the lift gate is money. So you can charge anywhere from $175 to $250 to do a driver assist. Like if you show up at a shipper or a receiver and you gotta use a lift gate, you charge a broker for that. You get what I'm saying?
I
And
just
don't
did that
let
the other day.
don't let brokers tell you, oh, go ahead and when you load, call me. No, you negotiate that separate rate and get a new rate con, and then you do the work. Because
Where did
once
I
you
learn
do
that
the
from?
work, it's
Yep.
gonna be a problem for you to get that money. Just like my customer, when I dropped these videos and I said I'm getting like my new video coming out. I think I told you, Serious Lane, 13,900. But when I say 13,900, it's 5 deliveries. But what people not are what some guys who watch my channel will know, every single time I do a physical delivery, I charge for that driver assist within the package. You get what I'm saying? So that load might be paying it might just paying $11,000 for those 5 deliveries, but because I gotta deliver inside, because I gotta take it off, because I might have to take it off, and then I gotta replace it and move something in. So all of that stuff I charge for. So I might get $11,000 just to do the delivery if I was just pulling up on a loading dock. But once I start to do that driver assist, that's a whole separate charge that I tack on. You get what I'm saying? And so, guys, when you're coming out here, it's important to understand that every single part of your truck that you use, it's money. Whether it's drive. I had a guy call me one time. One of my driver called me one time. He said the broker was sending him an hour extra because the address was wrong. The broker was like, "Oh no, it's just an hour down the road. Go down." And I'm like, "Hell no, pull over. That's an extra $200 right there."
Yeah. That happened to me once in my Sprinter van with my driver. I got an extra $75, even though it was only 15 miles out the way. I was like, yo, this is, you make me use gas, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, how much more you want? I think we got an extra $75.
I just canceled a contract in Miami. I was supposed to go to Miami tomorrow and I was supposed to pick up a load here in Atlanta and then go to Miami. And I checked the mileage. I checked what he was saying. It was incorrect. The place he wanted to send me was roughly about 70 miles difference. I called a broker back. I'm like, hey, address you gave me was incorrect. Your mileage is incorrect. Here's the actual mileage. Here's what I need to be able to do it. He started hemming and hawing. He started stuttering, acting like he didn't understand English at this point, right? And I said, nah, I'm not doing it. If you can't make the adjustment, then I'm not doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is my old this is my old subject tonight is the dispatchers and the broker. We didn't get to talk about the dispatchers, but they're similar to the brokers. And like I said earlier, not all dispatchers, not all brokers. We're talking about those brokers and dispatchers that we're talking about that are trying to use your company and abuse you. You get what I'm saying? But they're just a replica of each other. I can't really put a nail on which one of them is worse, because they both are shady. You get what I'm saying?
Oof, I've seen
they both are
it
shady.
Already.
But for those dispatchers and those brokers who are genuinely want to see us successful out here, kudos to those guys. Those are the guys that we love and respect. Those are the guys that we want to share and have in our clique. Like my man Serious Lane, I called him with my broker on the line. And he heard that my broker was picking up for me, and she can't ask you for no damn ELD. She must be out of her mind. And he was cursing, and he was cursing more bad word than me. And I never cursed no bad word.
You was.
But that's what we want. We want brokers that like she can't do that. And she ultimately took $150 back off the rate. But I told him, I told seriously, and I'm like, I'm not gonna call her and get into a tiff for that. She said what I said. I said what I said. She do what she do. I'm not gonna go back and forth. I got too much stuff to do. You get what I'm saying? And so this is why I bring up these subjects, because I want you guys not only see videos of me making money, but I want you guys to have a full understanding of the consequences that comes with making money, the devastation, the detriment, the lies, the deception, not only from people on YouTube, but just brokers and just people out here in this industry that are just taking advantage of people because they genuinely know that you don't know. You get what I'm saying? And so when your boy Kirk come on this YouTube platform, like I said, man, I got so much stuff to do. I'm in Iowa today. The time different. One of the reasons why I never post this live early on, because I didn't know this guy was back and forth with me about making this delivery today. Oh, the ice cream shop is going to be busy. I got to find out here. And then he called me back 2 hours. We're going to wait till my wife. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to do a live. I can't even make the decision because I have to work with this customer time until he finally called me back 4 o'clock. Yeah, my wife is going to be there. I'm in Miami. And I'm like, bro, you could have told me that from morning. Right. But this is what we do as YouTubers. It's backing up my videos. It's backing up a lot of my time. Yeah. But as a business partner, that I commit to this industry and this this whole entire job out here, I still got to stay true and just make everything happen. You get what I'm saying? So this is why I do what I do, guys. I really commit to it, and I gotta just stay there. I'm not complaining, but I really want you guys to be successful, and that's why you see I do these type of stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Your information was super valuable. They tried to play me on Friday about a driver assist. He didn't say that in the rate con.
Right.
And then I get to the location. Remember I told you about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I remember what you had said in terms of assessing the new fee.
Right.
So I tell the shipper, hold on a second. Let me talk to the broker so we can renegotiate this rate con. And I said, we are not moving one pallet until you send over the new rate con with the new agreed upon price. Simple as that. Yep. Simple as that. But he would have tried to play me had I not known.
Right. We got our next brother join us. Good night, sir. How you doing, man? Welcome to the conversation. What's good?
Hey, good night, fellas. This is Pablo here.
Yes, sir.
GT. What's up, brother?
From GT Shippers. I'm Guyanese, by the way.
Guyanese.
Yes.
We got a Jamaican and a Guyanese and a Virgin Island.
Hey.
Yes, and I love this. Hey, Kurt.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. I'm supposed to do a consult with you. We'll do that later, but I need to say something. I've been listening to all the YouTubers, right?
No, before you go there,
I'm not bad mouthing them. I'm not bad mouthing them.
So you know the rule.
I know better than that. I'm not bad mouthing them.
Just don't call your name, all right?
No, because you still have to give them respect for doing what they do.
Exactly. Right.
Okay, but I've been listening to them, but I pay attention to you. It's a different. I listen to them based on I see their value of entertainment to me because I have a CDL. I've been in the game like since 2019. I just decided to hit the box truck game because it's less responsibility and so on. Okay. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something. When I started in Selectus. Selectus is a load board. It's okay, but I have always been getting a fight from the Selectus brokers to parcel my loads.
Right.
And I did a bit of Amazon, but Amazon sucks because Amazon would send you out and you got to make your way back home.
Right.
You know, that one way, that money is not enough. But the other YouTubers who were promoting Amazon never spoke on it. And I was like, is it only me? Because you can't make money, you know, they just send you $200-$300, $400 the most, sometimes $700, but you got to make your way back in. Empty.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt you. So what about your labor too as well? Are they paying?
And then your labor. But what I'm saying is that they promoted it and promoted it. That's why I never even joined the live. I just listened to them for that entertainment value. But when I started seeing Kirk, I said, yeah, you're on point, my brother. Respect due to what you're doing. I'm in Ohio right now, Columbus, Ohio. I have 3 loads. One is delivering in West Henrietta, New York tomorrow. One is going to Queensboro, and the other one is in Jersey.
So you owe me. You owe me.
I owe you. I owe you.
So you owe me a partial. You owe me the partial game.
Yeah. Hey, as a matter of fact, not cutting you, I was guarded by a broker for parceling loads. That's how they suck. I hate brokers.
Right.
Hey, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for Kirk.
Yeah, I'm on Selectus. I'm on CH Robinson. I'm on DAT. I have about 5 different load boards, and that's how I partial my loads.
So let me ask you this: were you doing a partial load prior to seeing my videos?
I tried it, but I was getting a fight, and the dispatcher that I was using, he wasn't pushing it.
Right.
So I thought I was doing something wrong because I always got into an argument or arguments with brokers on it. I always got into arguments. Selectus likes you to pick up this load today and deliver it yesterday, as Kirk says. That is absolutely true. That is absolute, and they don't pay you enough for that.
Right. Yep.
They don't pay you enough for that.
Yeah, and this is what happened with going back to Serious Lane. That's what happened with his load. They paid for expedite service, but she wanted to pay us regular. You get what I'm saying? She wanted to get an expedite service out of us, but pay regular price. And I'm like, it's not gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? So know your rights when you come out here working with these brokers. And as I said, I want to make sure brokers or dispatchers not listening and think I'm taking a hit at them. I'm talking about the brokers and dispatchers who literally come in. They're like some of these cops who was bullied when they were a baby and they get this badge. They take advantage of you. Those are the type of people I'm talking about. So I don't want people to email me and say I'm talking about brokers, bad about brokers. I'm just talking about people, because there's some brokers out here that genuinely want you to be successful in your trucking business. You get what I'm saying?
Correct.
And those are the guys that we have to give, we have to put those guys on a pedestal. But there's some of those guys out here, they just see your truck and your trucking company as a paycheck. They don't care if you want to crash. They don't care if you get wrecked. They don't give a crap but that paycheck. Especially when it comes on to some of these brokers. The dispatchers, they're kind of in between because they still work for brokers. But I'm talking about full-blown brokers. They just see some of us as a paycheck, and I don't allow that. And we from the Caribbean. I switched.
We don't play.
Man, listen. I was talking to this lady this week, and I dropped that patois on her, and she picked it up like she was in a damn like she's learning a new language.
I do that every day, man. Every day.
And I was telling, so after all that, I said to Serious Lane, can you imagine Karen call the police on us?
Yeah.
Because they like to call the police, and then the police come and then look. They like to go like this, right, Mohammed?
Oh yeah.
Like, what's going on, sir?
Yeah.
she need a driver record of. Why you don't just give it to her and just we all be here, we will all be linked. I'm like, we were making so many jokes about her because I didn't want her to ruin my week. You get what I'm saying? And just ruin the relationship I have with this guy just coming out here. And he was like worried, and I'm like, and his wife was worried, and I'm like, don't let this lady let y'all lose sleep. Just have fun, man. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
I was worried out of respect of your business. If that makes
sense.
Right.
I get that. But so you get what I'm saying?
You got people that kind of in between the lines, like they will just jump right at it and just bite their head off. And I'm like, I'm not about to do this because this is his company. As far as the numbers that I'm using, why would I try to jeopardize his stuff? So I was like, hey, look. Let me go to him. Let me try to figure out. Then he was like, hey, you ready for a show? I'm like, what the heck is he talking about? He already knew, like Kurt already knew in his mind that he was about to go off. He was like, you ready for me to call her? He's like, Kurt, let me load up and I'll call you back. He said, oh, you ready now? He got, oh, you ready now?
No, because you from Guyana, right? You know we keep it real, right?
Of course,
we don't put stuff off. That's just a Caribbean thing. Like we don't wait. You see how in America people don't talk
get it right away, man.
They don't want to hurt their feelings. Over here, we don't work like that. I'ma tell it to you right now. Like my mom was giving me this story because she was at a school working, and the lady asked her, like, you don't think before you say anything. And my mom is like, that's what I want to say. That's what comes to my mind to say. And that's what I'm going to say. So I don't wait till tomorrow, or I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to not call you anymore. I'm going to tell you, like, Mohammed, you messed up. You get what I'm saying? Like, Mr. Smith, don't call me no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how we Caribbean people are. And if we just be more open and just be more straightforward with each other, especially in the YouTube platform, I think a lot of these. So let me tell you, I think a lot of these guys out here that are coming in, that are doing this YouTube channel, they do have an idea. Hear me out. They have an idea, but they're not willing to learn to get the experience. It's two different things.
You got to put in the time, man.
What they're selling you guys is an idea. An idea is you come out here, you run for 3 months, you have an idea how to pick up a drop load, but to get, like we just said a while ago, y'all don't know that you could carry a cosign. All the stuff I talk about, they don't know that. They don't know about business credit. They don't know the slightest idea. You go to these banks, they want 3 months of bank statement.
Correct.
And your money have to be going up. It can't be flippy floppy. For 1 month you make $2,000, and next month you make for $1,500. Last month I did $900. The bank is gonna be like, Mohammed, come back when you get it straight, and we'll see you then. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
But they want to present this type of lifestyle and this image as if they know it all. And that's why I always says, guys like me, we laugh at you when you talk. Because we know you don't know what you're doing. Yep. And I'm not saying that to brag or to show off on anyone, but I can just listen to what comes out of their mouth. One day they're box truck. Then another day they're dispatcher. And then another day they got 3 companies. Another day they're taking trip to Europe. And it's always they're moving in different areas, but they always talk to y'all like they're successful while they make switching up. It's a bunch of BS. You get what I'm saying?
I agree, sir. And I think that if you pay attention to these particular channels, and it's not all of them. We have We have the sweet candy channels. We actually have other channels that if you watch their content, you know they're out there running their truck because they're constantly posting videos. So that, okay, I don't mind watching them and possibly taking some advice or you know what I mean, and saying, hey, I can learn from them because they actually out here doing it. Even if they've only been doing it for a year or 6 months, I'm consistently seeing them drop videos while they're out there making runs. Then you have the sweet candy ones who are in their office, you know what I'm saying, with the beautiful background and you know the great engineering and all that stuff. And then they're are you a dispatcher? Are you running box trucks? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right,
it's like, you know, but they get away from that. So they may have originally had the intentions, and they may have ran their box truck the first month, but then they realized probably that wasn't for them, and realized, hey, there's another lane here where I could make money
of course
by selling something else. And hey, no slack on you for doing that. But you know, for those who don't know, it's easy to get caught up, you know, by that and think that those people are successful and know what they're talking about. When
that is true.
really
Right.
YouTube can be a big pyramid scheme if you let it.
absolutely.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And this is why I did the live in the week called CEO or Worker. And you guys should, I know you guys watch that, but
yeah,
this is why when I break the definition down of as a worker versus a CEO, all of us on this planet right now, Mr. Smith is in corporate. He's coming from corporate. Muhammad is in corporate. Cyrus Lane, it used to be in the army. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? And Mr. GTS, he got his own company. You get what I'm saying? We all independent entrepreneur guys that when we see some people that come out here for 2 days and act worse than us, we laugh at you. We laugh because we know you don't know what you're doing. You get what I'm saying?
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy. And so that's why I do the live, and I was saying that you can tell the difference with a CEO. We dress different, talk different. We associated with different people. All appearance is different. Me and Muhammad went somewhere. We pull off stuff different. It's just a whole different thing.
And they asked
You get
us,
what I'm
what
saying?
do you guys do? What do you guys do?
And she was there asking us, like, what y'all do? And I was like, Mr. Muhammad, answer. And he was like, oh, but he was so, Mr. Smith, you should have been there, man. You gotta come up with us, man.
Look, the next time I am there.
Hey, GTS, he was cracking up so.
We're gonna link.
Listen, he was laughing so hard he couldn't answer the girl. She was like, what y'all do, man? And I had to answer. I'm like, yeah, we have trucks, man. And she was like, wow. And then the other girl came around and she whispered something in her ear. And the server, she gets $70 from us. It was $70 or $75. $75 we gave her.
Something like that. We tipped her in the end. Yeah.
Nice.
They were blown away by the fact that we come in there and we don't be stingy. We don't front. We don't be acting bougie. You get what I'm saying? And we had a good time. They had a good time. But guess what? You think if I show up tomorrow and leave, if we had went there and leave a bad taste in our mouth, you think if we show up tomorrow, she would do the same thing? No. But we can go back tomorrow with Mr. Smith, with Cyrus Lane, and they'll be like, y'all want VIP this time?
Yeah.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? And this is why I told people,
I need to ask, do you guys know what double brokering is?
Yeah, we talk about it. We talk about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Double broker is double broker. So double broker is when they post a load on the board and a dispatcher company take it, and then the dispatcher company will give it to you.
Carrier or dispatcher?
Dispatcher company. Dispatcher or a other brokerage company take it and then give it to you. It's you don't pull it for the original broker. So if TQL put that load out on the board,
no broker.
No, if TQL put it out, and let's just say Cyrus Lane is a broker and he took it, he can repost it back on the board and give it to you for a lesser price.
Cutting the price. No,
right. That's wait. That's just one way. There's multiple ways it can happen. Because we had that happen to Cyrus Lane the other day also. When we sent him for the load, the BOL was in two separate companies. And I just happened to work for both of the companies. The one that we get the Raycon from and the one that sent us the BOL. So it happened multiple different ways. How to spot double brokers? Most of the time, your company name won't be on the BOL.
On the BOL, good.
Right.
Good. Well, I had an argument with a broker on it, and he was like telling me, no, you just checking as our company. So I decided to call my insurance company.
Right.
And this is very serious. My insurance company tell me you should not even take that load. You say your name's supposed to be on the BOL if anything happens to that load. If anything happens to that load and a claim is filed against your company, I cannot submit that to Progressive. They won't accept it. I'm on my own. And I literally pleaded to the broker. He said, no, just go ahead with it. But I got it when I was like about 56 miles down the road. I just didn't feel like turning back.
Right.
A lot of that going on out there.
But it's terrible though. It's not cool.
But let me say this to you also. You know why a lot of companies now that are posting load don't want any box truck is because of that very same issue. They don't want any box truck because there's too much double broker going on, and they don't want any box truck in the comment section. They put it because a lot of people are coming with these box truck that don't have the correct insurance. That's what the broker is telling me. So they're showing up. They will go to budget and they'll get the correct insurance and then call the insurance company and then change the insurance. You get what I'm saying? And so if the shipper file a claim, there's nothing the shipper can do because now that insurance company is not going to pay the freight. You get what I'm saying? So Mr. Smith might go in and get everything correct, but then as soon as he has that truck, he change it.
That's a cool
you get what I'm saying? And so if there's a claim, they can't get paid for their product. So what they do, they said 2 pallets, 2 feet, 500 pounds,
no box trucks,
93 inches or 90 or whatever, no box truck. You be like, God damn,
I see it.
You get what I'm saying? And so that's one of the main issue that we're having out here with these box truck. And another issue that we're having with these box truck out here is these rental trucks not being reliable when they pick the freight up. They're not being reliable. Budget, Enterprise, and all these companies, they're not servicing their truck. And the turnaround for you guys to get a replacement truck is too long. Like Mr. Smith can tell you, he broke down Wednesday. He never get up there until what, Friday evening or something like that.
Yep.
And so these shippers are suffering. So they're like, nope, we don't want no box truck. And nope, if you show up in a rental, we're not gonna do it. It's just a mess out here.
And that was the second truck I got from Budget because the first one, the headlight didn't work and there was some other power issues. So the maintenance piece, that is real. You've got to do your pre-trip. You got to do your pre-trip. You got to do your pre-trip to kind of avoid and head off any potential problems that you can see.
Right. Yep. And it's crazy.
I rented for 6 months.
Well, yeah, but see, I'm not saying
I rented for about 6 months.
You rent for 6 months when you come out here, when you first came out here.
Yeah, I rented for about 6 months until one day I look at my phone and I saw $4,000 came out of my account. I called Ryder, what's going on? Oh, it's a glitch in the system. Never got the money back. Yep, never got that money back. They tell me I'm gonna 4,000 straight. 4,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yep, it was some glitch in the system. I never got it back. It's terrible.
Yeah, give us Ryder's address. We gonna pull up.
But see,
they're all over the country, man.
Hold on, man.
But see, we don't want people to get scared, and I don't want it to turn into like a discouragement for people trying to come out here. We're not saying you can't rent a truck and do. We're just saying that just do your due diligent research. Make sure when you get in a truck, man, you get a good truck. Make sure that you do your work when you're coming out here, because they're not gonna do it for you. Right. Just make sure, take that extra time to just make sure that, hey man, when was the last time this truck serviced? Hey, can you do a PM service on this for me before I pick it up? Like just be on top of your game, because when y'all come out here and that load pay 15, $3,000, $4,000, you can be sitting down and lose all of that. because you get a bad truck.
Yeah,
I got a penalty because I was late.
There you go.
Right. But luckily, you know, budget said, "Hey, this is on us. We'll make the adjustment on the back end." But theoretically, he didn't have to. Yeah. You know, I luckily I have a good relationship with the gentleman, and he said, "Hey, you know what? That's on us. We'll take care of you on the back end." But if it would have been someone else, I may not have been as fortunate, and that would have just been revenues lost on my end.
Exactly. And another thing that I want to say between you and Serious Lane, only because I've worked with both of you guys already, and this is very important to being successful. You guys' energy, man, you kept it in the positive. Like you guys, it's like I talk to you guys, and it's like there's no worry. It's like you guys just never let it get you down. You get what I'm saying? So coming out here, you also have to have your emotion in check. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I speak to this guy. I speak to Mr. Smith. It's like nothing happened. It's like, you know, I speak to Serious Lady. It's like this lady. It's like y'all keep the positive vibration up. You get what I'm saying? And that is so key to coming out here, because if y'all don't have your emotion in check, this box truck breaking down can wipe y'all out.
You have to drive, and that's the number one thing. Like people may say, "Oh, you're not in semis or whatnot." You're not. No matter what, you're driving with freight on your behind you. So best believe your stopping distance is longer. You know how you drive. You're going uphill. Like it's a lot of things. Like if mentally you're not there and you're not ready to deal with the bad Karens and then the truck and then the potential.
Right.
Like it's just gonna mess you up because you have that time to drive, and if you off, you boom. Oh man, I didn't sleep.
Yes.
But then boom, the business, you're bankrupt, whatever. You sued. You're in jail. You're in prison.
Right.
Yeah, like you said earlier, Serious Lanes, about when it's time to shut it down, you go to that hotel. Don't be doing all that riff-raffery. Get in there. Get your mind right, get your rest on, because like you said, you're carrying a lot of weight on that truck. And if your mind is not in the right place because you're flustered behind this broker or the dispatch or all of the above, you're going to miss something.
Right. And let me piggyback on that. So it's, you know, again, we in a box truck, right? Some people, I'm not, you know, however you want to do you do you. But some people want to lay in their box truck. They want to, you can take a nap, but you're talking about sleeping for at least 10 hours for your reset. There's no way possible you can have adequate amount of sleep in that box truck, because then you got to drive for a long period of time. Like for me personally, being a veteran, of course, the military, they hurt me enough. Like people think, oh man, you swole, you look good. Being swole and being in a box truck, trust me, it's not fun. It's not fun. So you best believe I'm looking for the next Hampton. I'm looking for the next Holiday Inn Express. But that's me. But best believe when I wake up, I don't need no caffeine. I don't need no Monster. I don't need none of that, because I had my proper rest. And people don't realize when you overdose on caffeine, you out.
Yep.
But again, people don't want to listen. They want to, I got this. I'm that ego. I got this. I'm the boss. What are you talking about? I'm the boss.
Okay. Yes. Right. Exactly.
I have a question for the entire pile.
Right. Go ahead.
I don't know if Cork, if you would prefer to take it to the side on a consultation basis. But
no, go ahead.
When you guys are partialing, let's say as an example. Well, I'm from Jersey. I'm in New Jersey. I pick up one pallet. The pallet is going, let's say, 800 miles away down the road to Illinois or somewhere. How would you partial that load as it relates to pricing? I mean, it's only one pallet, probably about 500 pounds or 1,000 pounds. Or let's say it's two pallets.
So when they say partial it, so you're picking up from Newark, New Jersey, going down to North Carolina.
Let's say you're going to Illinois. Let's say you go to Illinois.
Okay, so Illinois.
Let's say it's 700 miles. Average, give or take.
Right. So you have 700 miles, and the question is how you partial it, like.
No price. To be fair to the broker. to be fair to the broker and so that you can make a profit because it's only 2 pallets.
Okay,
you have space. You have space to 10 more pallets, right?
Okay,
and we all, let's say it's only 2,000 pounds.
I got you. So first, before you can price anything like that in general, any freight at all, you got to know your cost per mile. Your cost per mile determine how much you will take for a freight. That is important.
Right.
If you don't know your cost per mile, you go on the phone with these brokers and you throw numbers, and that's how they know you're inexperienced. Because there's a simulator on the dashboard that tells you how much a freight pay based on the type of equipment you have. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing that we use, that I use. Time in business, your record, safety record, your history with that broken company is a whole different factor that will break up in pieces. That, like, if I call Echo and I demand $5,000, they'll give it to me because I did over 300 load for them. You get what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when you say you pick up 2 pallets, you might get 1,200. I might get 17 for the same 2 pallets.
Okay, so it just depends on the situation, basically.
It starts with your cost per mile, and it starts with a whole different factor.
I know my cost per mile, and in most cases, what I like with partialing is that delivery is open. It's up to you.
Right.
Now you're back to deliver tomorrow or the following day.
Brokers don't tell you that though. They talk as if they want you to deliver it tomorrow.
Nah, I've spoken to brokers. Once the load is labeled as listed as partial, in most cases, delivery is open.
Right, exactly. But most brokers,
in most cases, delivery is open.
Right, and that's why I try to tell people, like, sometimes you gotta ask. You get what I'm saying? So to go back to your question, if you were getting 4 pallets going to Chicago, let's just say if it was me, I would ask for $1,750 if it's 2,500 pounds. You get what I'm saying? But you might ask for that same $1,750 and they shut you down because you might, I don't know the company. What if it's a new company? What if they don't factor? What if they're used to paying cheap rate? It's all like SNS brokers. You know SNS, right? Mr. Patel and his son. You would never get $1,700 for that. You get what I'm saying?
You won't get it from Milos Logistics either. I know neither NTG and may get that.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's a whole different factor that make up, and then your negotiation skill. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing. That I was on the middle. Funny enough, I was in the middle of negotiating rates already, and a guy called and literally booked the load for like 150 less than me, and they give it to him.
That's happened to
me. And the broker said to me, "Look, man, this idiot just come and book it, and I gotta give it to him only because I get more money." He literally said to me.
Wow.
And I don't throw him under the bus. I just think, hey, do what you gotta do.
Respect his honesty.
You get what I'm saying?
Cool.
Listen, it's the same in a Sprinter van game. That's happened to me several times.
Exactly.
Get me straight up. Hey, we just booked it for cheaper.
Yep.
I mean,
and there's nothing you can do.
I mean, just off the top of my head, I can remember at least 10 times that has happened over the past, from last year to now. We did, hey, we got it we just, booked it for cheaper.
And you can't mad with them because it's business at the end of the day. You can't get upset because at least the guys who come back and they say, look, GTS, I got a guy who's willing to take, $200 less than what you try. I was going to give it to you, but if you match it, I'm not going to match it. Go give it to him because his cost per mile is totally different from mine. And he be running on some fuel that I'm not paying. I don't know what kind of diesel he be driving. Must be that bad off-road diesel. But I ain't going to budge because... And
that's
see,
what they mean by 50-50.
Right. And see...
50% diesel, 50% water.
Right. So he may be running on that. I'm not running on that. So I can't...
Right.
I'm going to stick to my $1,750. You get what I'm saying? Because that's my cost per mile. I'm not going to take less. I don't care if I know you or I don't know you. And another thing I'm going to say to you guys too.
But if your truck 12 pallets in that same direction, that one broker, how much you would have taken?
Sheesh.
Again, it goes
Now
back
that's
to the same
1700.
thing.
That 1700 was 4 pallets, 2,000 pounds. Now we're talking about 8 more pallets. Same broker.
So let's just say I take 2,800. Can you get 2,800 for that?
It depends.
But that's depends what I'm saying.
Depends on when it's supposed to be delivered. If it's open,
right. But what I'm saying,
push back.
But what I'm saying, GTS, there's no fixed number you can put a finger on and says this freight out of Jersey worth this. There's no scale to look at it and say this is 12 pallet out of Jersey. Mandatory, you're supposed to get 28. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to answer your question like that because within that 2,800, there's a lot of different things that build up, that factor in. You might be a new authority. Listen, you might be a new authority. I get it for 28. They take a chance with you and give you for 17.
I just passed my audit, so I ain't new anymore.
No, I'm just saying. I just
passed my first audit.
Yeah, well, congratulations. But I'm just saying there's multiple things that build up to get you to the negotiation skill. You get what I'm saying?
Those negotiation skills as well as your relationship with that broker.
Relationship, right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And another thing, and I want to say this, another thing that I would advise guys to do is have a relationship with brokers.
Yep.
Have a good relationship with brokers because sometime when they get a load, they will call you before they post the load.
Yep, that happens. That happened to me.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that happened already.
Yeah. And they will call you back and back, like, okay, can you pick up this on Tuesday? And if I find you something, I can bring you back. And then there's another one leaving Wednesday. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So have a good relationship with these people and build your company in their company. So when you call, your negotiation skill is going to be up. Because they're going to look and say, oh, man, GTS, you again? All right, man. Yo, where's Serious Lane, man? Tell him I say hi. Where's Muhammad? Because they work with all of y'all. Hey, shout out to Mr. Smith when you see him, man. Hey, you see your boy Kirky Fresh? Hit him up, man. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And so
I would say like about 70% of the brokers are good. They're okay. Right. But there's that 30% too are scumbags, man.
Yeah.
Always
you're gonna run into that in any field,
always gonna
right?
have that.
So what I would say is, again, in building those relationships, just make sure you always professional. Make sure that when you are talking and when you're emailing or whatever, you're professional. When you're picking up and you dropping off, that's your reputation there. You're professional. That way, those people are going back to the broker. Hey, I like this guy. That was on time. That was early. Like that is, you know what I'm saying, your reputation. Going to get back to the broker, and the broker is going to be like, yeah, I can rely on this guy, man. This guy is always professional, always on time. I always get good feedback from him. That's part of building those relationships. That's when you're going to start getting those phone calls. Hey, man, because they know they can rely on you. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah. 100%.
Hey, wait.
You're the guy with the guy supposed to get in the government contracts going?
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta give you a call, man.
If you pay attention.
Wait, GTS. I want to answer. Take a look at the screen and see what this person said. You see what this person says? The same thing that you asked that I just answered. You see what it says? I got 2,800 for 800 miles.
800. Yeah, but is that a loaded truck though?
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter if it's loaded or not. The fact of the matter is you get 2,800. For 800 miles, you can go and don't get 28. You get what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying, I just negotiated $2,700 for 300 miles.
But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't
300 miles. That's from Rochester, New York to Manhattan.
All right.
Awesome.
But because it's in Manhattan, so it's different, and it's like 8,000 pounds or something like that. But I'm talking about partial, and that's kind of a full load. I won't partial that, I will just deliver it straight. You know what I mean?
But
I'm breaking it up into partial, and it's kind of different, you know?
Another thing you got to consider is certain parts of the country pay more than other parts of the country.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly.
Not one flat rate in California over here in New York.
Let's take a look at this comment right here. This person said the dispatcher company left him in Denver, Colorado. Stop go to Denver, Colorado. Stop go to Denver, Colorado. Guys, when you open up the Google map, you see that patch of area that is brown? Don't ever let a broker send you there. It's nothing out there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is why you need a cost per mile and a radius. These are the stuff that make up you running a successful business. I can run from the East Coast to the West Coast and never have a problem. You come out here and try it, you will lose. And then he says that they turn around and try to give him a second load, 1,000 miles, and he asks for more money. You get what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, so this gentleman went to Colorado and get stuck. You get what I'm saying? I can go to Colorado and don't get stuck. It's all unique to the company that you run. You get what I'm saying? So everybody always try to put a price down on the type of load or the load board or all different type of stuff. It's hard to do it like that. It's hard to do it like that. You get what I'm saying? Sure. You just got to develop that skills. All right. So, like I said, man, just sit down and do you have a cost per mile? You have a cost per mile, right?
Yeah, I do, of course.
Okay, so you start from your cost per mile and you work your way around, and then you position your truck, and then you'll know how much money you can make off your truck. You get what I'm saying? But a guy like you over here just passed your audit, you should be running $26,000 a month, easy. That shouldn't be hard for you to get.
I'm just around like 20, 21, 22 per month.
Right, which is good.
Just around that.
And you own your truck, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I got a truck payment of $600 per month. Easy.
There you go.
Let me get two of those.
But you gotta do it. You gotta just it's like some of the stuff is gonna come naturally, and some of the stuff you're gonna have to just learn it. And this is why when you book a consultation with me,
I gotta do it. I have to.
I ask a list of questions for a reason. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? I ask a list of questions for a reason, because when I'm done with that question, I now is going to turn around and explode the option that you have. You get what I'm saying? Correct. Mr. Smith can tell you, Mohammed can tell you, Serious Lane can tell you. When I start to talk numbers and I tell you the possibilities and I give you what you pay for, it's up to you to make it manifest. Serious Lane worked with me for 1 week. Out of his own mouth, he tell you, never disappointed. You get what I'm saying? And I don't pay him. You see what I'm saying? So
I pay Kirky Fresh. Yeah.
You know. I just haven't found the time. I sent you an email. Like 2 weeks ago. I just hadn't the time to set up the consult.
Listen, you know how many people send me email asking me question? I get so many email in my email box about thousands of questions from man and woman. You get what I'm saying? And I get email about question. I get people cursing me out. I get people trying to book a consultation. I got people send me their number because I get
Why they cursing you out, man? Why they hating? They hating on you. Basically, that's what they're doing.
I don't think people are literally hating on me. Some people just trying to avoid the truth. You got a set of people in the world that it's not that they don't want to hear the truth, but they're trying to look a scapegoat to avoid the truth. They don't want to stay in reality. You get what I'm saying? You over here dropping game, talking about partial. We don't want to hear that. It's impossible. I had a guy email me and tell me that partial game is impossible. He said, "Oh, no, and I got 3 of the best broker dispatchers, and it's not possible." And I'm like, okay. You get what I'm saying? So,
hey, why is possible? See this? We were seals. Shippers gave me to put on my truck. Right. I have the seals. They're in my truck.
Right. That's what I'm telling guys.
I'm not sealing my truck. Hell no. You crazy?
With 2 pallets, right? Going from there to Chicago. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm not sealing my truck.
They'll want to put 2 pallets on your truck, but
and
don't
then
pay for a dedicated truck.
And
no, they got to pay for that. Nah.
Yeah, I was like, so you want dedicated, right? He was like, yeah, but the rate needs up. No, those 2 things don't add up. I'll put your 2 pallets on my truck, but you're going to compensate me accordingly.
Yeah.
Very, very simple math.
Yep. So people have a lot of. I wanna touch on this real quick. People have a lot of question about the insurance, and the insurance these days. I mean, all of us in this thing right now, panel can talk about this. Serious Lane, we have a conversation about the insurance inflated right now. So this person is asking, what is the insurance requirement for to have a O2R? So it's $1 million mandatory. You can, I think it's 750, but some brokers will not take you unless you have $1 million. All right.
Yeah. The default, but FMCSA just requires 750,000 in order for you to become active. But most brokers, especially stupid Amazon, they require 1 million.
Right, exactly. And listen to this too. I'm gonna take it a step further. So with the insurance being $1 million and you still have 100,000 cargo, your insurance company have to be a plus insurance. Yeah. If you sign up with a B plus insurance, no brokers won't give you no freight.
Yep.
Can't say your boy Kirk Fresh don't drop game on you, man.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So you might run a bunch of. The reason why I bring it up is because everybody is on a budget, and so you might be running up and down and trying to get the cheapest quote, and you might get, damn, this guy giving me $1,200, but Progressive is charging $16. Guess what? You try to book a load, and they're like, we can't use the insurance company, sir, because it's a B plus.
Yep.
So you guys gotta watch out for these things. This is why it is important for you to book a consultation so you know what you're getting into. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? There's more layers than what's been projected on YouTube about this box truck business. It's not
so many pieces to the puzzle, man. There's so many pieces to this puzzle. It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? See, this person right here says it's true. I'm not making this stuff up, man. I'm talking to thousands of people on the internet, so I don't have to lie to people. You get what I'm saying? So
hey, just don't disappear on us, though, man. Just don't start this thing in the next few months. You just disappear on us.
You better go ahead and book that consultation. You better go ahead and book that consultation.
Just don't disappear on us, please. We need you. We need this.
We need this. Consultation, you'll always know where he is.
Yeah, I do. Don't worry. I was busy. I sent you that email. You sent me the link. I just haven't acted on it as yet because I'm busy trying to get stuff done.
Yeah. No,
but I'm gonna do it before. I'm traveling to Guyana in about 2 weeks, and I'll do it just before.
Yeah, I'm always available, but because I got it, guy. Listen, there's another set of guys that's gonna come on my channel like this, included Serious Lane. He's gonna come back, but I'm gonna bring the guys who paid for mentorship before, and they have actually sent me their mentorship courses, and they're gonna come and testify what they actually experienced with me. So I got a whole set of different guys that's gonna come on, and they're gonna tell you and let you guys know from what I teach them versus what they paid for, and they go, yeah. But I have guys I'm mentoring, I'm training, I'm dispatching guys. I got guys who are leased onto my company. So, and I'm just the only guy. Somebody said, well, why you don't let my wife does not want to deal with this stuff. She got a whole different thing taken care of. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just hanging in there. And as you see, man, I haven't dropped a video in like almost a month or a month and more. And that's
I noticed that.
You get what I'm saying? And but I'm just trying to keep people business up and running while I'm trying to keep mine afloat and then still trying to do YouTube. It's a lot. You get what I'm saying?
Respect you, man.
If you know any Guyanese girl that want to be a dispatcher, because that's my next plan. Can you imagine I teach a girl to be a dispatcher and she run off with all the ingredients? You know what I mean? She be like running off with all the pepper, the salt, and the jerk chicken, Mr. Smith.
I dispatch myself. I don't think I could dispatch others, man. I don't think I can do it. That's a whole different game by itself.
But like I said, man, I just want to thank all you guys. I'm gonna wrap it up because we gotta get out of here tomorrow. And I want to thank you guys for coming on and really appreciate the conversation. It went longer than we expected, but I think it's very valuable information in all of this. And like I said, man, I'm not here to put on a front. So people, like, everything I have and I own, I genuinely work hard for it. From my car to my house to my trucks to my business, I literally run my body 24/7. This guy is from the military. He was crying last week when I put him to work. Look at him over there.
It's tough out here, man.
Crying. He was crying. Kirk, take your time, Kirk. You know what I mean? And he's a big dude, and I'm a small dude. I'm like, man, get out of the way, man. I've got to get out of here. You know what I mean? But I work hard for what I want. I make sure my wife is okay, my kids is okay. I make sure my business is okay. I make sure if someone pay me, they get what they want. And that's why I do these type of live and just interact with you guys and just make you guys understand. And I want to bring it, to be honest with you, man, if I can have a bunch of these YouTube come on my channel and we could have a big dialogue like this and everybody be like, man, yeah, man, I messed up, bro, man. You the man, bro. Like, I wouldn't even feel no way. I wouldn't feel no way because I think people now would like to see that rather than people try to be like, well, because people, one of the things with YouTube is like, there's this thing where people trying to outdo each other. Like, and listen, I'm in the game a long time. You can't outdo me. You still way at the back. You got a lot of catching up to do. You get what I'm saying? But I genuinely have a few people that I see on YouTube that I would, if it was not for certain circumstances, I would personally train them and let them become the next me. You get what I'm saying? Because it can be done. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to say, man, thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it. Mr. Smith, we're going to hit up tomorrow. Serious Lane already got a load already. This guy, yo, Mohammed, they gotta slow this guy down.
I got one thing to say. Hey, thanks for having me on, but Cookie Fresh, I need one of those shirts, man. I've been watching it all.
Man,
one of those shirts.
Well,
where are they selling?
You gotta bring one for me.
So
where are they selling, bro?
It's not selling.
No, you're not selling them?
So text me a size, Mr. Smith. Text me a size. Serious Lane, text me a size.
Got you.
And we'll give you one GTS, and I'm gonna give Rick one and Lando. You get what I'm saying? So just text me all of y'all size, and then I'll get my wife mail it out to y'all.
I got you.
You got my email on GTS?
Yeah, I got it. I emailed it. Yeah, I emailed you already. It's just for me to set up the consult. It's just
okay. Just show me another email and say, yo, this is my size, and then I'll send you one. All right. Yeah, I got
I'm in East Orange, New Jersey, you know.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
In the hood.
Okay. Yeah, I know where you are. Yeah, so just text me. You guys just text me, and Mr. Smith, you guys got my number, and just shoot me an email.
What you know about Weekly Clark?
One of these live, I'm gonna drop my number so everybody can call me.
Oh man!
Damn!
You want
to be careful, Mike Jones. Mike Jones, you better be careful.
I'm telling you.
My number is power, right?
Hey, look, this video better do some numbers because I promise you say that. Okay, all right,
right. I'm telling you right now, he gonna regret it. I'm calling you.
You better ask Mike Jones what happened when he did that.
I'm pushing. I'm pushing this content on my YouTube channel too. So I told him, I say I got followers myself, so they coming. Yeah, they coming over to Kirky Fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna need a burner phone. You better go get a burner phone.
But man, I really appreciate it, man. As I said, man, I'm going to I'm coming over to Texas tomorrow. And we're gonna run it. I'm going over to Oregon, so as I said, man, I appreciate it. Shout out to all you guys. I appreciate you guys spending the time and just coming on the platform and sharing your experience. And you know what I mean? It's all love, man. And we're just here to teach everybody and just, you know what I mean? And just make some money, all right? It's 2022, man. It's 2022.
Peace.
So
Let's get it.
you know what I mean? All right. But we'll touch base, Mr. Smith, everybody, Muhammad, all my subscribers, man, everybody who was in the live. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Shout out to everyone that ride this from the beginning to the end. I really, really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, man. If you're new to my channel, this is what I do over here. Just keep it real. You get what I'm saying? I bring real guys. Real guys.
Yep.
There it is.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, you guys, it's funny because we all share a little piece of y'all experience. So now someone that had a lot of questions in their mind, I hope they were able to take bits of pieces and just put it together and just say, man, you know, Rick, I want you to send me your size also. Just email me your size because Rick got 5 Lamborghini.
Man, I'm telling you.
Damn.
You know, Rick got 5 Lamborghini in Orlando, down there in Florida. Because, you know, these box truck guys down in Florida, they got money, man. You know, they always act like they're broke. But I really appreciate it, guys. And as I said, man, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. And just book a consultation, man. You never know. I might hook you up with GTS who uses our authority, right, GTS?
Yeah.
Yep. we could get some work going. We can
get something, right?
Yeah.
As long as we keep it clean and we're making money, that's the important thing, you know.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the important thing.
It's a sign a contract and whatever y'all agree on, and you just use his authority for 3-4 months.
Big things coming.
And Muhammad got a clean authority for what, a year? So we might have to use his. You know what I mean? Hey, you never know. You never know, man.
Yeah, you never know. My fee is high.
Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it positive and keep it going.
Got big plans. So
as it should be.
Yep.
But all right, fellas, man.
Like I said,
right,
network
gentlemen.
is the name of the game out here. All right.
Yeah, man.
We will touch base, man, and peace out to everybody. All right.
Peace, blessings.
All right.
All right,
Peace
y'all, be
out.
safe.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you very, very much.
All right. Cool.